if I had two magic buttons and one of them was standardize airsoft M4s across the board once and for all, or ensure that all players wear proper iPro and drink water, I'm slamming the iPro and water one.
Yeah. How many pieces of pyro did you carry in the second day of Guardian Center?
Whoa. Allegedly. This is the part where Dave's heated.
I'm not heated. I just think that
airsofters in California put the soft in fucking airsoft.
Perception is like, oh, this is just the direction that airsoft is going. It's like it actually affects their decision whether or not they want to go out that weekend to play.
I have to believe that.
I just want to say that I applaud him for making this video. However,
there needs to be an asterisk.
Look, everything after this I'll probably be pretty quiet about, right? Like, because I've obviously
Famous last words.
I've obviously watched this video before because
I can't stop. It's ingrained into who I am
I thought you were medicated.
and how I am.
right?
I
I don't
am.
know. Wait, what did you say? What did you say? I don't even know what you said.
What do you mean? What did I say?
What did you say after he said something, or did you just stop yourself?
No, it's because you just
I stopped myself because I tripped over my words.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Wow. So there's, oh my God, we have comments from the last episode.
Stop.
Yeah, stop,
I got to redo.
stop.
I got to redo. Rules are made and I'm breaking them. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Zulu 24 podcast. As always, I'm joined by Anthony from Reed Studios and Jordan from Zulu Outdoor and our co-host. I feel like it has to be official now. We actually
Well,
have.
I actually think we have to do that. Otherwise, RGK will say every episode is a special guest.
You're right.
Yeah.
And fuck.
This is true.
I just snorted. You're right. And also, like we actually had an idea for this podcast, so it wasn't like QRF, quick reaction, Rich. We didn't need you to come up, but we just want you to come up. So,
There you go. Thank you.
yeah.
I appreciate that.
And co-host from Fart Airsoft,
Team Fart.
Team Fart. Sorry, Red Drink Rich.
Team
you go.
Flatulence.
He is now the...
Dude, when we came up with that name, that everyone was like so like Death Metal 9000 or like
they always?
Task Force 47 and like all these names. And we wanted something, an acronym, and I couldn't believe that no one had ever used FART, Fast Action Response Team, because in all honesty, a Fast Action Response Team sounds tactical, but then once you see the acronym, you'd be like, definitely 100% people have looked at it and went, oh, that's fucking FART. How can we be taking seriously? 100%, not just airsoft, but in general, like Fast Action Response Team sounds like legit, but then you see FART and you're like, oh.
But fart also sounds pretty DOD because there's SHARP, there's TARP, like there's those acronyms, like there's those like, 7 R's in trainings, right?
Yeah.
So fart is it's fart.
I like that.
There's a lot of R, a lot of AR. There's a lot of useful acronyms to describe agencies, task forces that will have AR.
I do like that. I do appreciate that. I've come up here enough where I do like doing the podcast. I do. I just have to make sure I can, and I think I can make that work. There'd be like a random thing where I'm like, I can't come up. Sorry, and it'll just
again, you're the fat electrician to unsubscribe.
Oh, okay.
Started as a guest, turned into a co-host.
There you go.
He's not so fat anymore. Though.
Yeah,
No.
but he's,
Neither is fat electrician.
I'm jealous.
But
No, he's not.
Yeah.
I've literally lost, I think 85 pounds at this point.
Fuck.
Yeah.
you're also pretty versed in history, which
Yeah,
is
that's true,
fat
yeah.
electrician-esque.
Not that
He's
well,
now
but
the fit electrician.
yeah.
Dude, so last episode we talked about, the birth of the nation, right?
Yeah.
And my buddy was just like, hey, dude, like, man, I'm so jealous about how you and Rich are like really versed on fucking American history. And I was like, hey, I just watched like 6 hours of like George Washington.
Yeah.
So I just want to put it out there, like any knowledge that we perceive to have, like mine was like, I gained that knowledge 4 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Right. Like, yeah. So don't,
Yeah, I've just always found it interesting. I heard the new Young Washington movie is very good. I heard it's very good.
I want to see that. It came
I heard
out
it's very
July
good.
3rd.
It's a little like Braveheart Braveheart-esque, where it does play around with history a little bit to a certain degree. Obviously, for dramatization, whatever.
Braveheart fucked around with it.
Yeah,
like,
a lot.
history,
But apparently, because
Patriot didn't.
it's doing so well that they're talking about doing a series where then he'll be in Revolutionary War, and then after is being the president. They're thinking about making it not a series, but what would you call
A trilogy.
Trilogy, yeah, for movies.
That's a series.
would be
Yeah.
interesting. Would be kind of cool. I'd be interested in it because the only problem
Series of
is
3 movies.
yeah, the only thing I heard was it's not as bloody, which kind of makes sense. I guess they went for like a PG-13 thing or whatever. Because
Should be R-rated.
I mean, yeah, in all honesty, if you get like shot with a musket in the hand or something like that, it should be like, Jesus, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Like this is like horrendous.
Any
not just some
colonial
guy-
era movie that involves warfare should probably be R-rated.
It's not some guy going, ow,
like think about that.
ow.
Think about that concept of getting hit with deer slugs.
Think
Basically,
about the concept
like-
of getting hit by a 60 caliber musket.
Yeah, like
Oh,
Civil
60
War.
was like
Yeah,
Middle of the road.
Yeah.
Like take a paintball, make it a bullet. That's what you got hit by.
And
68 caliber. Yeah. That's like.
Is it fair to say that these were probably like subsonic at the speed that they were traveling?
Oh,
They were
yeah,
just heavy.
yeah.
They were just heavy as fuck. I feel like it's
Yeah.
more violent than getting hit.
Well, wait a
It's
second.
like-
Yeah.
Well, as it gets faster, it would be more violent.
Well,
but
I think the Brown Bess, I think it was like 58 caliber. I always confuse. I always say the deer slug.
eventually
one is,
they hit standardization.
Yeah, it is. I'm thinking Civil War, where those were
like
balls, mini balls, because that's what it was made by a French guy. But that being.
I'm sorry,
Fired like a
we've
deer
never
slug.
surrendered. I think we can call it what we want.
Yeah, a deer slug. Think about it, dude. That's a huge. Like, it's a half an ounce in weight, and it's 50 caliber. Like, bro, like fuck me.
It's just a freight train
and it's just
moving-
soft lead. And I'm curious if it is. I wonder if it is subsonic.
Okay, on
no.
the small end, Revolutionary War ammo was 50 cal. On the large end, 75 cal.
Jesus, fuck. Oh my god. What's painful?
68.
68?
That's 3/4 of an inch, 75 on the high end.
Like it wouldn't go
3/4 of an inch.
through your hand. It would just like it would
Yeah.
probably like snap your
Yeah.
forearm.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd have like a
The moment it hits bone, that entire section is gone.
Yeah,
you'd have like a lobster claw when you're done.
it's freaking wild.
I want to know the actual. Now I want to know the actual
And-
speed of.
I'd say 900 feet per second, probably. Like average muzzle velocity over 100 yards.
You think they chronoed their muskets before before rebound?
No.
Anywhere between 750 and 1300 feet per second.
Oh, I'm getting
That's slow.
What for?
For historical military musket balls.
Oh, okay. Balls. I'm looking at Nene balls is 900 to 1200 feet, 1250 feet per second. So,
now-
Yeah, well, that was also a standardized caliber, essentially.
Yeah,
and
but-
It's also rifled barrels. So
Yeah.
with the Civil War anyway. So,
Yeah.
so imagine using Napoleonic tactics, right?
Oh, yeah.
Stand in a line and shoot at each other.
Yeah.
So Napoleonic tactics worked-ish because of the inaccuracies of a smooth bore.
yes.
Now throw in a rifled fucking Manet ball
Yeah.
and then stand 100 yards away.
I'm
and
sorry, that's
shoot.
called a firing squad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So like that's why the Civil War was so devastating. It also like the first couple battles were fought Napoleonic, and then after that they were like, "I'm gonna hide behind this tree."
Yeah.
Yeah. They kind of spread out a
Fuck
little
that,
bit,
dude.
But
We're gonna build like bunkers and shit because this sucks.
But imagine like.
They're like, this is a really colorful
But here's the other thing.
uniform.
What's really
Doesn't
interesting.
really blend in.
Yeah.
Well, dude, there were units on the north and the south that both had the same color uniforms, and who
Yes.
who met each other on the battlefield.
Yeah.
So you're like,
Are you red or blue?
Yeah,
Are you dead? Are you dead? It's like classic Airsoft.
Yeah, right.
Are you
This is
dead?
like Russia and Ukraine both using multicam.
Yeah. It's like team.
Yeah.
Ref.
And they both spoke English.
Bro, I'm on the same team.
It's like there's 4 teams on the airsoft field.
Oh, God.
2 of which on the opposite side can wear multicam. 2 of which on the opposite side can wear M81.
Who are the shitters?
Like,
who are the shitters? That's why are they not calling their hits?
And watch, one's from Virginia, one's from North Carolina. So you can't even be like, which one has a southern accent? They both do.
Yeah. Oh,
They're both speaking English and they both sound the same.
They're writing letters to Abe Lincoln. They're like, so am I to understand that multicam is banned from this from the Union? It's like, no, just for this battle.
Just for
okay?
this. I gave a high five to a guy who has slaves, dude. Like, I don't know what the fuck's happening. Fuck.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, it's super brutal, and nobody, there's like gangrene. Like there's,
I mean, yeah, that was a big.
there was worse deaths, I think, than getting shot.
Oh no,
No, it's all the infections that come after you get shot.
Yeah, more people die. on that.
You get like poison ivy on your left leg. They chop the leg off from the knee down. They're just like, just get rid of it.
Especially during like the Revolutionary War, like there was like smallpox. If dudes had smallpox, they were just like, all right, you're gonna lay on that field until you're dead.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, like during Valley Forge, like a huge outbreak of smallpox, and the colonists were not used to that. And they
There's also not vaccines yet.
they actually technically did have vaccinations in the sense that what they would do is inoculation. What they would do is they would take the pus they would from a live victim and then cut the victim the patient and smear the virus in, because then it slows down the process. Your body has time, but then the problem is your body has to be healthy, and if you're not eating correctly and shit, you're gonna die.
Yeah,
but
somewhere between malnutrition and freezing to death, that's probably not a great idea.
Yeah, dude. And then also, like, when they fought during the summer, like
it's hot,
and
you're
like,
wearing wool, and it's
moisture wicking fabric didn't exist.
Yeah.
Wool was the first. I mean, like, wool's weird.
Wool's hot.
It is hot, but it's a weird material. I'm about to say some shit out of pocket, right?
I was going to say this from the man that doesn't like wool socks.
Dave said, "What about wool?"
Wool is weird. It's warm, but it's also cool. And I know it sounds fucking insane, right? Like that's the reason why they made their shit out of wool.
You think it had anything to do with sheep?
It's
and the fact that there was a lot of farmers with sheep.
You know what comes from sheep?
Wool.
Yes.
It's breathable, but I'm wondering.
I might have to bleep this, or the fact that cotton production wasn't mainstream yet.
Hey,
yeah, it's true.
It wasn't until the cotton gin that the slavery industry didn't fucking pop off.
Yeah, I was telling you at the last podcast. Yeah, it's basically they were, but like wool
right around the early 1800s.
So I'm wondering.
But wool is actually a very breathable material, and it keeps if you're wet, wool keeps you warm. But if you're dry, it keeps you. It's like a weird fucking material.
Yeah.
However, by our standards today, with shit like what you're wearing right now, it's like the worst.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
pampered.
that's almost like unrefined wool. I mean, it's refined to a certain degree. Obviously, they're making it into threads and stuff like that. But I think it's more itchy. Whereas today, there's processes that
that's true.
that make it like, I would assume there's a bleaching process or some kind of process with it.
So I'm going to immediately get made fun of. So like Iceland, they're really still into, I know. Just get the fucking giggles out. Get this plays in.
I got a new one.
I got a new one. When you're celebrating 250 years of America, you're wearing Iceland shirt.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Did anyone point that out?
No.
Nobody in the comments caught
look
that.
at the past episode, watch it, and look at Jordan's shirt.
So
it's red, white, and blue, and Iceland.
All right, as you're saying,
they also traditionally love Americans there, so go fuck yourself.
We're gonna buy them.
Yeah,
we're gonna buy them.
We're gonna
that's
buy
Greenland. That's Greenland.
Oh, it's Greenland.
You could buy Greenland. There's like 12 people there.
Money's green. We like green.
Iceland probably would be on board with it.
Yeah.
They really, really, really are proud of their wool sweaters that they make from their Icelandic sheep.
Okay.
Everyone told me when they're like, "You're going there, you should buy a sweater." I picked that shit up. They haven't evolved in any way, shape, or form in probably 500 years. That is the itchiest, most uncomfortable piece of clothing I've ever tried. Yeah.
I
It's
thought
soft, but itchy.
Because
they don't have any crazy processes. They're just like, there's the sheep. It's naked now. Here's the wool. This is your sweater. It's like
they don't beat it against a rock for 14 days.
They
or something.
might, but it's still by today's standard. Like Aurora bought one. It sheds. The sweater sheds.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, and then the little strands that stick out or what are poking you.
Yeah, and you're like, I should wear like Under Armour under this.
because wool
It'll penetrate that. It'll penetrate the Under Armour and still itch.
But like wool isn't like a continuous strand. It's just a shit ton of this long strands, 6-inch strands.
Yep.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a couple of, I wonder if because they're in the colder environment.
Oh, their sheep are completely different. Yeah.
If it was processed like other fabrics, would it be really high end? Like where people like, I'm looking like it would be a different classification of.
I mean, by their standards, that is fancy wear because again, we talked about this on that episode. There's no like going to get dressed up to go out to dinner. It's cold. Wear something warm. So the sweaters are like, oh, you bought a really nice sweater. Those are expensive. They're like $500. I was not spending $500 on a sweater that was uncomfortable.
Yeah, definitely. If
It makes me want to go to Iceland and wear a tuxedo everywhere I go.
I don't think I saw a single person in a suit and tie while I was there.
Done.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
wow, yeah.
You can do it in the summertime. Their summertime is 60 degrees,
Oh, that's so nice.
I
but
wear,
24 hours of daylight.
That's so nice.
that's gotta
Yeah.
be weird.
Oh, that'd be a weird op.
I wear wool socks all the time. Except
Airsoft's illegal there.
just only today I'm wearing white socks, but I wear wool socks all the time.
There's one paintball field in the country. Airsoft's illegal.
Oh, airsoft is illegal?
Yeah, when you came back from that trip, you told us all that.
Yeah, I looked it up. There's one paintball field. It's heavily regulated on where in the country it is. Airsoft is illegal. They don't want the BBs in the ground.
But are the paintballs technically like frozen by default?
I don't know.
60 degrees. I mean, that's not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
But I looked into it recently. You are allowed to own guns there. I didn't know that. There's like public shooting ranges.
Oh,
that kind of makes sense.
And I feel like in Iceland, it's just for recreation, right? Because there's no like bears.
It's all recreation.
Yeah, like there's
It's a lot of skeet shooting and long range precision marksmanship.
Right?
I'm sure
Yeah.
any wildlife that's in Iceland, they probably want to conserve it.
or you could
No.
just kick.
It's all horses and sheep.
You could
Yeah.
just kick.
Oh, yeah.
Like I don't feel like you need
I
to
bet
shoot
you-
anything.
I bet you
It's not
long-
like bears and
Yeah.
shit like that. It's literally there's horses and sheep.
And I imagine crime is like, hey Dale, can you stop doing that? You know,
They haven't
like,
had a shooting in 20 years.
well, not even shooting, but like a robbery or anything like that.
Few and far between.
Yeah, exactly. There's 12 people on that place.
I'm curious how long range shooting would
Anthony,
be there.
stop stealing my fucking silverware.
It's all bolt action. So that's the thing. It sounds great, like, oh, they have gun rights. It's all bolt action and pump action. There's
No, I get that, but I'm curious how the long range shooting in that environment, it would be very interesting because it's probably like there's all kinds of environmental factors like wind and all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
Like that shooters from America would be like, oh, this is kind of cool. It's something different. If there was like a tourism-y type
Well,
thing for that.
Next
What is
time I
it?
go, I'll take a look.
Is it the Cornelis effect or the
Coriolis effect? Is the
Coriolis
rotation
effect
of the Earth.
So now, when you're that far north on the North
Are the
Pole,
bullets faster? I think so.
Well, elevation's a thing.
right? If you're that far up in the North Pole laterally, like with the Earth's rotation, you're technically on your position rotating is going at a slower speed than if you're at the equator shooting a cannon
Yeah.
laterally north or south.
I imagine there's a mathematical equation for that based on your latitude. Because
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I'm
You're
sure,
right.
I'm sure within a certain range, it's like same. But then as you go further up or down
That's
towards
probably-
the pole, it's like now it makes a difference.
It would be probably like ballistic missiles or something like that, where once the missile is done and then the payload gets jettisoned, then it's ballistic. It's just a fucking cone thing.
I'm sure if you asked around, you would find someone that knows because there's also an Arctic warfare school that the U.S. uses a lot there.
Put it in the comments below. Do you think that the circumference of the Earth makes your Coriolis effect more or less?
And while you're doing that, be sure to like and subscribe. Did you know that 60% of you that watch this are not subscribed?
That's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
It's real, and you need to comment. We like the comments. We do. We have comments. We're gonna read some comments later.
Yeah,
that
so
you found.
I mean,
But
what
not right now. Not right now.
We have comments from the last episode. I have a really funny story I want to tell. We have a video to react to,
Yeah.
and then there's the stuff I wrote down that I have to mention for every podcast. So while Dave's pissing, you want me to just get it out of the way?
Get that out of the way, would you please?
Okay,
It's
like,
early.
comment, and subscribe. You know, 60% of you are not subscribed. Come on, come on, man. As the late great Joe Biden once said, "Come on, man."
Come on, man.
And don't say late great. He's alive. Be like, yeah, you're assuming they didn't clone him. I think they cloned him. It's a dude in a mask. At Reed,
You literally read my mind. Fuck
Yep.
you.
do you want to be featured on the Zulu 24 podcast? Shoot us an email at Zulu24clips@gmail.com to get a homemade ad read by Anthony and have your company or product plugged to the most elite concentrated target consumer base that exists in all of Airsoft.
Go on.
And if you want bleeps, we can have bleeps. And then the last one, before Dave sits down, Zulu 24 clip of the month. Get in the Discord. Your clip has to be from a Zulu 24 open play op or MilSim day. Win, and your clip gets pinned in the Discord, and you get a month patch. Obtain every month patch, get a free season pass. So there's a patch for each month. If you have one of each month, you'll get a free season pass. Brought to you by Jordan and Dylan out of love for the game. Okay, very G.
You don't know it's love. Could be pure hatred. We don't know.
Potentially. I mean, if your clips are
Maybe
really
we want a
dope.
shitter to win. Who knows?
We love love. We're about.
We want to watch Dave go all gray. Who knows?
It's happening either way.
Season passes give you free open play, night games, and Friday games throughout the year of that season pass. You get discounted entry for Zulu Ops, and you'll get priority ticketing, so you get to buy the ticket before everybody else. You'll get 3 guest passes for open play, night games, and Fridays, and a 10% discount for anything sold at the counter at registration at the field.
Which, speaking of that, I guess we can use that as an opportunity to talk about Blood Diamond, because Blood Diamond tickets are going on sale shortly.
Yeah.
Yes.
This comes out on Friday. If you have a season pass, you may already have an email for early ticketing.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah. And then last part, in the Discord, everybody puts their submissions in. You will upvote the submissions, and then we choose from the top 3. Dave, Jordan, Anthony, and Rich have very opposite personalities, so it'll be a completely unbiased council. We will truly objectively score all of these, and we will grade it, and we will determine which one is the clip of the month.
And if you break any rules, I'm going to tell you broke rules.
I'll tell you this much. If you watch Captain Airsoft M249 VSC and you get something similar to that, watch that and maybe stylize your video like that or a clip, you got my vote. Because that I still think that's such a good video. I don't know why. I said it last time. That's it. That's all I'm going to say about that.
My brain was somewhere between being furiously pissed off and wanting to talk about that. I loved that video.
It's so good.
Of course,
it's so
it's
good.
fucking amazing.
It was like
the retention was amazing.
Well-
Dude, I haven't watched in earnest without being like, ugh, I should probably watch this.
Watch more of his videos.
I'm scared to do that.
Okay, so his WeTech gas blowback L85. Watch that video.
Okay.
Same energy. And because I've been watching him for about a year now, he's the reason I want a WeTech L85. I know I hate WeTech and the L85 is gross, but it's another one of those.
I love the L85.
Much like people and strippers, I think I could fix that one. I think I can make it good.
Nobody
fix her.
says that.
But guys, she
Nobody
likes
said
me.
that.
Yeah, she really likes me.
She really likes
Nobody
me.
says every time I have a $20 bill, she compliments me.
Yeah. So I think the L85 can be made good, even though it's made by WeTech. The other option is buy a double eagle BRN 180 and figure out how to convert it into an L85. That's another project for another time. But his videos are so fucking good.
I think he just did it. We M14.
No, that's still trash. No, you still can't make that work. Even in the
Yeah.
video, he says this gun fucking
Yeah.
sucks.
Hey,
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Hey, buddy, if you're watching this and you want to be interviewed, I want to know how you're styling your videos and how you started and whatever. That's me personally.
him.
Now the rest of these guys, I don't know, but like
Is
for
he
me,
he's
I
in
want
the
to
UK,
know.
right?
Yeah, you
He's
know
in
who
the
he's
UK.
friends with?
I want to know what's the.
Kicking Mustang?
Yeah.
I want to know like how you started. Is filming a pain in the ass with all those cameras? Is it fun? Is it kind of a job? Is it like is it hard? I want to know this stuff.
I will tell
I'm
you,
curious.
it's definitely still hard.
I would assume so, but
watching his videos, the other ones, what I find fucking wild from the UK culture to the US one, I think it's the L85 or the M14 video. He rides a bike to a train station, gets on the train with the bike and all of his gear, then gets off the train, rides the bike with his gun bag and gear bag on his back for like 30, 40 minutes to the field, and then gets to the field and his gun breaks. But I'm still stuck on in the UK, it's still just socially acceptable. And it's not like, oh, he's just riding his bike along like the road. It's like dirt paths cutting, like remember the Camp LaGuardia path?
Yeah.
Like that. Having to hop
like
a
hedge
fence.
roads type
Yeah,
thing?
and
Hedge
like having to
roads?
like hop a fence and pull his bike through, like to get to the airsoft field, and then playing and his gun fucking breaks. Oh, and it's raining.
Oh,
yeah, but it's always raining and
It's always raining.
Yeah.
That's some boomer shit. You know what I had to do to play Airsoft? I go up 2 hills both
he's like-
ways, ride my bike through the trail,
And then he's
get
like,
on the
oh, and I
train.
showed up an hour late, and the marshal was upset. He had to chrono me late. And I'm like, you did a whole vacation to get here.
yeah. Well,
what?
whatever your, I don't know his first name, but if you want, I'm really curious.
It's cool.
Yo, you did all of that to play Airsoft, and
it's-
dudes won't show up because it's drizzling.
And he's still,
Fuck me.
he's still a gas gun user.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of, because I realized you bought this, I can actually get these now, and it's not through e-bike, it's through Lancer.
All right.
Because I
great.
bought a bunch for a
Excellent.
customer.
Sling plate.
Because I just got one. Maybe we'll show my new acquire later.
Hey, so the other thing, you might want to make this short. You do what you want.
Make it short.
Yeah. We're going to separate the podcast from the Zulu 24 Airsoft thing, right? So if you enjoy the podcast, we are going to make a separate channel for the podcast only, right? And just an idea, you tell me in the comments below, we want to make a Patreon for the podcast, right? And it, I don't know. We don't all have a lot of time to like do extra content for the Patreon or whatever. But the Patreon basically be like super cheap, super fucking cheap, right? Maybe $1.99. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. And that would simply go to helping the podcast grow. You wouldn't be paying for like extra content or anything like that. You'd simply be paying for like when that camera fucking finally dies.
I'm really glad you pointed to the right one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That one's ready to die.
When that camera fucking dies, we can replace it, right? So if you really like what we're doing here, give us a follow on the Zulu 24 podcast page,
Which I will make.
and also if you would like to donate, you don't have to, then you can go to our Patreon and donate there.
I think we said about a tier, maybe if you want to be featured, comment. Well,
Yeah.
if a Patreon member, a submission of a question of some kind, I think that
You'll
would
be able to interact with us on the Patreon.
Yes,
It's just
yes.
Sure.
the idea of adding more content to another account when our time is already stretched
We
so
can't
thin.
do it. We just can't do it, right? So the Patreon's only function, it's the only function, is to maintain the hardware that we have here. We've been doing this for 2 years, and this shit's getting, like we're gonna have to. We have a mic that just like doesn't fucking work.
Yeah.
We had 6 people on the other day, and it like doesn't work.
Yeah, that
We need
mic,
to
I
replace it.
sat there trying to take it apart. I just couldn't get it to work.
And
Right, like-
Adderall, very expensive. The price
Well,
just
no,
keeps
but
going up.
there is other low effort content stuff that can be put on there. And if somebody likes this idea, I'll fucking do it. I'm pretty sure you can live stream on Patreon.
Yeah.
I can
Maybe we live stream. I don't know. But
well, what I was going to say there is I could just live stream as I'm building a gas gun in here so people can interact because a lot of the comments have been about gas guns.
Sure. So, but there's no expectation for the Patreon, right? It's simply to help us keep doing what we're doing. Yeah. That's it, right? Like if we put extra content on there, that's just bonus stuff. But like, to be honest with you, YouTube AdSense is bullshit, dude. And also,
It
like,
sucks.
And also when people watch this episode, they have to sit through like fucking 6 ads.
Just to see
It
all
ruins the experience. Of
It ruins the
driving.
experience, right? And Chevy's paying YouTube who knows how much.
Yeah.
Million
And we're
dollars.
getting what 11 cents of that. So
If
it's not.
that,
Even, it's not
if
even.
that.
It's not even fucking worth it,
And
right?
it's not.
So-
It's inconvenience for the audience.
I mean, we could just say it's like an average of $15 to $20 per episode at most.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna demonetize the podcast channel because there's no point, right? Like it's just fucking stupid, right? But if you would like to see what we're doing and contribute, then you can. It's by no means a requirement. We are not begging for your money. It's not.
It's an
like
option
that.
that's there.
If you would like to, there is a Patreon. Again, I don't know if we'll put extra content on there or not. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. But that's how we're going to do it.
We're still not putting up uncensored content from Anthony.
We can't.
We can't.
I'm sorry.
Unless there's millions of people that join the Patreon. Then it's
So
gonna
wait,
take
wait.
a whole
So
Yeah.
what you're telling me is that the
I thought you were medicated today.
Me too. You must take a half pill.
Or he took a full pill, did the medical exam, chugged a gallon of water.
Yeah.
It's funny you bring that up, actually, because the joke is when I'm medicated, I start talking about taxes, and I actually had like a taxes comment because I wanted to say this. Like,
3%.
I find it
I
look
got a better one.
like Dave's saying, we're not begging for money or anything, right? And it's not like a demand, but like he's saying that because of the few comments where people are like, oh, these fucking greedy bastards and blah, 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 blah. And that shit pisses me off because nobody's holding a gun to anybody's head to buy anything. And there's still people that'll be like, these guys are fucking assholes for wanting to make
it's also
money
like-
off of this. And it's like, but you'll do that, but then like you'll let the government fucking tax you with impunity. And like, where the fuck are you when that happens? Huh? Where
Well,
the fuck are
the
you?
other thing is
Jesus
like,
Christ.
hey, there's people we want to have on. And at the same time, that might cost money. And where is that
Yes.
coming from?
Yeah.
And when the government taxes you, there is a gun to your fucking head. It's like,
Well, but okay, so look, the only purpose to the Patreon, and again, we're going to keep the price as low as we fucking can because if you would like to do that, then you can, right? Like, look, we're all hurting, right? But when shit comes up that we want to progress this and make it better, we need funds. And right now, the funds are from us.
Yeah.
So,
Those cameras weren't cheap.
No, like fucking, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know,
Like-
and again, this is not a requirement. It's not like we're going to put all fucking episodes behind a Patreon account. We're not actually probably going to put any fucking shit behind the Patreon, right? Like it's
Until we come up with something that we can do consistently.
And if you have an idea for something and you want, we're always open to ideas.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Remember, like, comment, and subscribe.
And it's like, you know, we're aware there are viewers that tune into this every single week and they look forward to it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, it's not to say that like you guys should, but I know I talk to people that watch this, and they'll send me jokes like quotes from the podcast and stuff. And
I'm glad they remember them.
And I know this just from like my own tech content. Like I know there's plenty of people that would be more than happy to contribute something because they like the show and want to keep it going. It's not at all a business transaction.
Well, and also to be fair, like, our overhead's not that high. Let's be real. The electricity, the real thing is that we've been doing it for so long that like some of our equipment is starting to fail.
Yeah.
Right.
Starting to get a little old.
It's getting a little old, right?
Yeah.
So like,
There's not enough grease.
I mean, we'll put it this way. That's $12,000 worth of cameras.
and again, you don't have to donate 12 grand. That's not what we're asking for, but
No.
But that's the purpose of the Patreon, is just to kind of like give us a little cushion so that we can continue to do this, right? And again,
and improve.
and improve, right? And if we want a guest who requires a little bit of fucking, you know, a little bit of grease, bit of grease on the wheels, you know, then we can get those guests, right?
I mean,
so if you'd like to see it improve, if you want to, you're not required to, then go ahead and do that. But that's how we're going to do moving forward. So also make sure you subscribe to the new Zulu 24 podcast channel, and also the Zulu 24 Zulu 24 podcast Instagram page, right? We're trying to separate everything out. That way the field looks like a field and the podcast looks like a podcast, and everything is golden.
Not to mention how expensive lawyers are if like the bleeped content gets out. And we got
There are no lawyers that would take that case.
I got so much dirt on you specifically.
the lawyer would be like, this is indefensible.
Side note, though, side note, real quick, are you charging a battery in your room?
No. Why? Is there a beep going on?
It sounded like a beep, but I heard it twice.
With that, let's take a break.
Yeah. Actually, I think I am charging a battery.
It sounds like the Tenergy, like blue, big square, and it's like the dinner. Yeah.
Go buy some merch. Head on over to Zulu24.square.site. Pick up a t-shirt, a hoodie, a summer hoodie. We've even got shoes on there. Heck, you never know. You know what I mean? Buy one for your grandmother. She'll love you forever. Maybe put you back in the wheel. Anyway, get on over there. Check out our merch. It's always changing. Zulu24.square.site. And look for the little merch tab.
I mean, at that point, we got to pay a clipper person or something. Just clip the shit out of it.
I mean, honestly, like
again, it represents more work, which again, I can swing that and pull that off. But
I think you guys should do a podcast where there's no edits, one take, and that's the shtick.
So live streams. I mean, me and Rich already
we do live streams and people like it.
There's a good chance him hanging out here today when we're all done with this that we're probably going to go live together.
Yeah.
Like he'll be here while I'm going live.
I may have to leave. We'll have to see.
Oh, that's fine. Uncle Stepdad can step.
I actually have work to do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now you have work to do.
I
When
really
Rich
do.
was here,
But
you
when
didn't
I
have
do
work to do.
live streams, people like when I do live streams with Anthony. So like,
I wanted to do a live stream last night, and it was too late. It wasn't going to happen, and I want to live stream a specific thing with the guns I'm working on right now. There's a good educational moment with these guns. There's a good thing that can teach the aspiring techs. And Rich is great to have next to me while I do that, because Rich will ask questions as a non-tech, and it quasi represents like the general viewer base
guys
of my streams.
aren't able to answer questions fast enough. I go, oh wait, well, Anthony, back up with what you were just saying. Well, why would you do that?
And like my Instagram is like busy. Like
Put it in the comments below. Would you want to see a completely unedited Rich and Anthony conversation?
the answer is going to be yes.
Well, because that could go down some dark paths, dude.
Yeah.
I do have. I look. We can change locations sometimes. You know,
You're gonna have to. Are you fucking kidding me? They're
know
gonna,
what?
They're gonna be firebombing your last location.
Better than a podcast. I've had the idea of wanting to do this. I'd love if we could find an excuse to travel to different airsoft things, just to like do it like walkthroughs and interviews. Like I'd love to go to Polar Star and like check them out, make a video being like, yo, They were also
Dude, I feel like you could write them an email right now and they would do that.
they would,
Well,
yeah.
I was talking to Zach from Polar Star. They're supposed to be coming up this month so that they could do a podcast with us.
Fuck yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, believe it or not, I actually do try. Believe it or not.
Nobody's doubting.
No, that's
Nobody's doubting that. Anyway, I guess we're back.
Yes.
So we're going to go ahead and do the thing. We're going to pick from the bottom of the barrel and we're going to react again to a video.
Wait, before anything, you think this is bottom of the barrel to react to something?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't think so. I don't think so because you know what? I like watching a lot of reaction content to a certain degree because if I trust the individuals that I'm dealing with, if you only do reaction content, no. But if you mix it in, it's fine because maybe other people will find it interesting. Oh, what are their thoughts on it?
I feel like to push back on that. If Nico Ortiz actually watched our content, he'd be very offended by what you just said.
Well, I also
He's too busy removing the watermark that Jordan puts on there to
I
hear
also
this.
think that if there were a video for us to throw our hat in the ring and react to, the video titled "The 5 Biggest Problems in Airsoft Right Now" might be the one that we should.
Yeah. No,
to
for
be
sure.
fair, we've done this once before, and it was because Meat Canyon decided to jump in and talk about airsoft.
Well, that was funny.
That was
love
really
one.
funny.
I love that one because Meat Canyon's fucking amazing. And I also love that one because the first 2 comments were from 2 people who clearly didn't watch the video and were just like, man, Meat Canyon. Like,
Yeah. Oh, he made fun of my thing, so now it's not funny. No, we didn't say that.
We are Papa Meat fans.
yeah.
The
Like,
only
what
thing
the
I
fuck?
don't like about the reaction content that actually irks me a little bit is when whoever's reacting doesn't just say, "Hey, this is the video and this is the creator."
Yeah.
Go follow them
also-
or whatever. Don't do anything. And that's basically it because that's like content stealing. I don't like the content
The
stealing.
older reaction channels on YouTube, like a really big one back in like 2010s or something, was Equals3. There was this guy, Ray William Johnson, that did reaction videos. It was very much like a Tosh.0 type format.
Okay.
But that type of content kind of launched the Tosh.0
Era of
idea.
reaction content.
And then a ridiculousness with Rob Dyrdek was him just copying Tosh.0.
Yeah. I can't.
But,
Well, the
but
other thing is
Ray
using
William Johnson used to credit everybody. He used to credit all the videos.
Yes,
and
I remember
each
him.
episode was he would look at 3 videos pretty much, and he had like a formula, and he did it, and it was really successful for him.
Yep.
And it like launched his career.
I remember that. Yes.
But the other thing is,
so speaking of that,
yes,
what is the video we're about to watch?
it is called "The 5 Biggest Problems in Airsoft Right Now."
Who is it by?
Foghorn 5.
Foghorn 5. Go ahead and like and subscribe.
And
Foghorn 5.
it will be in the description of the video. That's the other thing, is that people that do reaction content literally just sit there and watch the video and don't really say shit about it when the whole point is to watch it and use it for talking points, which is what we're going to do here.
Which is what we're going to do.
Also, we've all
watched this video already.
We've all watched the video in completion. So this is not really a live reaction. This is a secondary reaction where we all kind of know the talking points that we're going to do on it.
We're going to take all our ideas that we thought privately and discuss them as a group.
Sure.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So I'm going to turn it
This
around.
is group
so Anthony
reaction.
can
We're
see
calling
it.
it something different. Group reaction.
Group
Podcast.
circle jerk. Okay.
Good evening and good night.
Oh, I
Guys,
can hear
welcome
it.
to the channel. Welcome to Foghorn 5. And
Okay,
to be
pause.
Completely
He said good night. All right, close it. Good night.
Background 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that looks great.
Yeah.
That looks fantastic.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Um,
Mr. Woodworker, why are we not getting some wood?
Dude, it's a
look.
very impressive virginity corner. I'm envious.
Yeah.
My virginity corner is not impressive. He's got the shelves and the lighting and the.
I like that.
I've actually lost my virginity because of how good his virginity corner is. Like it's actually very good. I don't know if he built this himself.
He might have, because someone a while ago on like the firearms Reddit page posted the blueprints on how to make something. Like
So,
this.
yeah, I mean, this is a simple shelving unit.
Yeah.
Like, this is nothing
Whatever.
crazy. But
It
it's
looks
so good. It like the fact that the rest of the garage is blacked out. I have to assume it's a garage. Is completely blacked out. So all you can see is his shelf of virginity and awesomeness.
Looks good.
It's good.
I like it.
No complaints. The only thing is that, oh man, is this too much?
Are you going to nitpick?
Yeah, I'm going to nitpick. His pants and his shirt are the same color. It gives me janitor vibes. I just got
Well,
done.
it also doesn't help with the background being that same kind of neutral color, so it just doesn't.
I think that's actually the style now, guy. I think
Maybe,
that-
hey.
I think
Well,
that
and just in terms of video production, it
I've seen
doesn't give a
people in
good
the East
contrast.
Village and the West Village that like dress like that, and they're like very rich people.
Look, listen.
Unless he's trying to go for the PMC look. Is he trying to go for
It's
the
an
old
airsoft video. There's a greater than 0% chance you're on there.
I mean,
You think maybe he like
Maybe.
made the studio like this for the YouTube, but also to store his gear, and he just happened to just get dressed that day and just film a video.
100%. That's what happened.
I think it looks
Put a
great.
fucking rugby shirt on, damn it.
Yeah. Hey, but I get to do this.
No, I think the background looks awesome.
Also, hair's phenomenal. Mustache phenomenal.
There you go.
Frank, right off the bat, there's a handful of topics
Pause.
that I think we
James Franco.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! All right, okay. Let me get,
Yeah. Okay,
need
go
to
ahead.
have some serious discussions about as participants in this sport all together as a community. I've been playing airsoft for roughly like 14 years and really been invested into the community for, I want to say, about 6. And as clickbaity as it might sound, I truly think that there are 5 things right now that are killing airsoft for many different reasons. I see a lot of people get really jaded with airsoft. The culprit to most of the topics I have to bring up are probably me and you, people watching this video. So could just literally be as simple as changing your attitude to how you approach the sport to make it more welcoming and inviting. And
Pause.
Pause. I was about to say something.
Go ahead.
At my year 11, I started getting bitter with airsoft because it changed quite a bit. I had never experienced airsoft outside of New York, and at the time, New York was not toxic, but by today's standards, yes, but I had never experienced outside, and I was almost ready to quit, which is kind of fucking wild for me to say that because I've been playing very, very long.
You also say you're going to quit every week.
No, I don't. God, jeez. I say that to the other guys. So like,
Hey guys, I'm selling all my stuff. I want to quit.
Yeah, and then I don't do that, and then I buy another thing. So it just like I'm the boy who cried wolf. But I noticed that a lot of guys that are in that time frame of anywhere from 11 to 14 years, now that I've passed that because I've been playing since 2001, they have the same attitude as I almost had to a certain degree. And I'm a really positive guy, and which is funny to me seeing that from here, because then I've experienced it a little bit with other people. And I go, dude, it's not a bad, like the game is this, that. It's all about your perspective. And I've actually steered people away from staring into the abyss of like, this sucks and all that other stuff. But he's obviously not doing that because he later on explains that he really does like it.
Now, do you think that that's all rose-colored glasses? Do you think that you looking into the past and saying airsoft was better in the past and it sucks now is just because you were new to airsoft and you had a good time with it?
Oh, no, I don't think airsoft sucks now.
Okay.
Oh, no, I don't think airsoft sucks. No, at the time when, what was it, 2011-ish, that's when I went to actually Ballahack to go play at an AMS game, blue-gray, and I had never seen a field like that, and a op organizer that was really good, and it was like, and people were like friendly and nice, and I was like, what the hell is going on here? Like everyone was not like, yo, I'm gonna bring my real Glock 21 to shoot people. Like literally that had happened multiple times. Like I mean,
Not at an AMS game.
not an AMS game,
In
but
New
like-
York.
but in
Or
New
at
York, in New
Ballahack.
York.
Yeah.
Or at
That
Ballahack,
happened
but
in New York where nobody's allowed to own
where
guns.
people, that happened in an indoor. Like, guy threatened to do that, and he was like, "What's funny is he was like a giant meathead, which was kind of fucking weird. It was the fucking strange, and an older man to begin with. I was like, this guy's not roid rage or whatever.
Go
That's
home and drink your
regardless.
TRT. It's going to be okay. sweetie.
Yes, that's regardless of that. I think I got to experience like world outside of airsoft, and I had just gotten a Polar Star. I had played like Pine Plains. I played those events; they were good, but I'd never experienced like out like further. And just in all honesty, that game actually definitely changed my thing. I went, wow, I got revitalized, and I wasn't really grumpy. I was just like, I don't know, do I really want to do this anymore? It didn't hurt that my teammates said, hey, you go ahead of me in the raffle. Would get the raffle ticket,
Oof.
and me,
And he won.
who has plenty of Polar Stars at the time. What do you think I won? I won
PR-15.
I won a brand new Fusion engine. And I remember getting up on stage and going, how do you feel about Airsoft? I freaking love Airsoft. I like grabbed the mic. I was like, I fucking love it.
I want to thank my mom.
Yeah, I was like, giving it a speech. I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, the
Dreams do come true,
do-
folks. Dreams do come true.
I do notice that when I see this content, like where people are griping, I'm not going to say that it's not warranted, but there's a way of like steering it, and that's a whole group mentality, because Airsoft is a group thing. So anyway, go ahead.
Well, can I give my critique?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to be a piece of shit. Seeing as we're harping on his background and the way he looks.
Yeah.
Can give you a little bit of bullying. Next time you're editing, because I'm going to tag you in this, you click on the timeline.
You triggered Jordan's autism.
Right click on the audio and hit audio channels, because there's a 99% chance you're using Adobe Premiere, and then pull up the audio channels and fill the right with the left, so I don't hear just your voice in my left ear and the music you use in the right ear. Just fix that.
Wow. Just a more fun experience. Now, I'm not
Pause.
If you did that
Now
one
I
thing,
hear that.
Yeah, you're
I
welcome.
didn't notice that until you said that.
Yeah, welcome to my
Now
autism.
I fucking hear that.
Foghorn 5, the biggest problem in Airsoft is that your stereo mix is not
Which clearly
balanced.
means you edited this without headphones on, and I didn't catch it the first time because I listened to it on my phone. Also, next time you're going to use background music, do me a favor.
damn
Oh my
it.
God.
Yeah.
Why?
Next time you use background music, do me a favor, go up to the effects tab, usually top left, find constant gain, and put it at the front of the music so it doesn't just randomly appear and just.
You are a piece of shit.
doom and gloom in this
No. hold on.
No.
What are we doing here?
No. I didn't know. You're
welcome.
That's more towards Jordan, right? Because I was like having a good time, and then all of a sudden you pointed that out, and that's all I can fucking hear is this guy talking in my left ear and the music in my right.
I don't mind.
You're
No
welcome.
fucking
Ignorance
idea.
is bliss.
You're
God
welcome.
damn it.
Yeah.
Put me
yeah.
back in the Matrix. Put me back in the Matrix.
You
God
are
damn
welcome.
It. God
How many
fucking damn
minutes
it.
are we in?
We're like 2 minutes in.
Oh my God.
This is
will
going to
say
be a
this. This is-
5-hour special.
This is one actual point to the discussion topic. I feel like there's so many videos and discussions about how these are everything that's wrong with Airsoft. Everything that's with Airsoft. Airsoft, like the jadedness in Airsoft and the open discussion of it makes it appear as though there's more shit in the average open play than there actually is.
Yep, bingo.
And then when people's
Correct.
perception is like, oh, this is just the direction that Airsoft is going, it's like it actually affects their decision whether or not they want to go out that weekend to play.
Sure, but this is the journey of 1,000 miles, right?
Yes.
You can literally walk barefoot for 1,000 miles, but in the last 7 steps, you step on a rock. What do you remember?
Stepping on that rock.
Yeah,
Remember
see, but
stepping on that
I
fucking
agree
rock.
with Anthony, though, because I went and looked for it recently. There used to be a series from both Evike and Airsoft GI. The Airsoft GI one was called This is Airsoft. The Evike one, I forgot the name
Not
of.
so roundtable.
No, that was their podcast.
Okay.
The This is Airsoft series and the Evike version, which I think they may have both been taken down because I think they were both called This is Airsoft.
Yeah, even did have a thing that was this is Airsoft,
Right.
but that was
And
like
it
a
was-
montage.
That's what I'm getting at. But they always highlighted events they went to. Like I remember distinctly there was a Lion Claws game video from whatever George Air Force Base in Cali, the one that everyone uses.
Yep.
Dudes driving around on the Evike branded Humvee with the minigun on top.
Hell yeah.
Cool videos of dudes charging across the open. Like what I film here for open play, but Evike would go out there and do it for events. And it was always the This is Airsoft video. And it's
The
what I
positive
based.
shit.
Yeah, I based a lot of my style for editing off of that shit because it used to get a ton of views. But they did the thing. They used copyrighted music and a lot of them have disappeared. I could only find like 1 or 2. I remember there used to be 30 or 40 of them. But that was always you could go watch a YouTube video and see like, this is the cool side of Airsoft. It wasn't cool back then to be like, this is the shitty side of Airsoft, because now all the content, this is the same thing I talked about with other fields and other event producers. You look up their name on YouTube and all you get is fights and flip outs, reaction videos, oh, this dude's cheating, fucking hit calling with the X marks. There's not people doing good content where they're just like, guys, it's cool, it's fun. Even in Alphonse video, I like Alphonse's content. He's very quick to highlight that dude took a burst from a saw.
That's not just an Airsoft problem.
That's an
a
all
YouTube-
people problem. Yeah.
problem because that the algorithm pushes up people's reactions.
Well,
Yeah, but
because
maybe-
it's provocative and the people love it.
There's another guy called Shrek Airsoft that I just came across, and he does sniping. He's an old man.
Yeah.
He sits at a table. He's got a camera here and a camera here, and he goes, and he's like Southern. He's like,
Plays video games, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he does that, but he's like, I want to help you get on this novice SSG1 and make it the best. And then he like, look, I have some gripes about it, but I have some positives. And he does like a compliment sandwich.
Yeah.
For some odd reason, it is not content for me. But I just watch it anyway because I'm like, oh.
But that's like the Captain Airsoft videos. That's the first time in a long time where it's like this is refreshing, fun, engaging airsoft content.
But maybe that's the solution to all this is that we make a video, top 5 best things about airsoft, top 50 best things about airsoft, right? Like,
so we want to do the airsoft tier list.
fuck it, why not, dude? Like,
I said this a long time ago.
Airsoft tier list.
Moving on.
Video, that is not the point. The point really is to, one, drive awareness for people who are new into the sport. Don't let it deter
His
you at all from
clothes say
jumping in.
Jurassic
There's
Park
a lot
to
of
me,
fun to
sorry.
be had in airsoft and a lot of friends to make. Just simply bringing awareness to these topics. These are things that me and you can improve on. I don't know how long you've been playing. I don't know what your opinions are, but I personally see a lot of people having a very jaded perspective on airsoft, even within like 2 years, which is ridiculous to me. That being said, my final...
That's exactly how...
So look, the jaded airsoft thing is more of a perception per person than it is a reality, right?
Well, is it also not socially acceptable to just say maybe this sport isn't for you?
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
We have friends that
Shouldn't play airsoft.
I have a specific friend in mind who will come, great player, great sport, but like would come out and like, bro, do you even like airsoft anymore?
Oh, dude.
You know what I mean?
My roommate.
Yeah.
You know, back when I had a roommate, he came out and played airsoft, and I was like, you shouldn't play this sport. Right? Like they live in a world of perfect, which doesn't exist. And when I pull the trigger, that BB comes out, it fires in an exactly straight line and it hits you. And it doesn't take into account the brush, the wind, the dragonfly fart, you know, the thing that like puts your BB out, like they just can't handle the fact that, yeah.
No,
Airsoft.
I think what it really is.
The up or down angle,
not-
are you rotating your gun slightly?
It's not even the shooting. It's not even that. Is that it is the only
The Coriolis effect.
Yeah.
The Magnus effect.
If you're playing in Panama or Iceland, is a totally different experience.
Could you imagine?
It really, what it really comes down to is the only, and I hate like spobby or sport or whatever you want to call, where yes, there are
Well,
refs
sport
on,
is the actual word.
but no, I'm trying to think because some people don't like calling it a sport. Whatever, spobby, sport, physical activity, where
Touch grass.
you actually. There's refs on the field, but you have to be your own ref.
Yep.
And you actually have to say, I fucked up. And that is very hard to do for most people because anybody, because in all honesty, like, you know, it's accountability and
Well, airsoft's a sport where you have to literally
self-police.
yes, for sure. And every shot you take, you have to discount. Because we're shooting a projectile that weighs less than half of a paperclip,
Yeah.
right? So any and everything atmospherically beyond your gun functioning correctly could dictate, you know, where your BB goes. Case in point, no night vision tracers at night. Shoot at somebody in the woods. Holy shit! Your eyes are gonna open.
Even night vision with tracers.
Yeah, right. Like
you actually see it a little bit better.
The night vision shows you exactly where that BB ends up, and it's like, wow, that is all it took for it to go that way when I was shooting that way.
There's like a fucking
that one little blade of grass. Wow.
a fart in the wind, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, yeah.
Plenty of clips of that.
The same thing that gives you hop up will also make the BB spin in other ways when it hits things.
Yeah. Especially if the hop is not exactly centered on the BB, like all this shit, right?
While your BB's going this way, if it deflects off of something, it will get some backspin from that.
This is why an event with black BBs would be so good. Baby.
Black BBs. You said,
Black
it sounded like blank BBs. I was like,
No, black
An
BBs.
event where
You're just
everybody has to dry fire their airsoft gun.
I got you. I swear I got you.
That reminds me, after we're done, I have to talk to you about something, and it's on that same topic.
Okay.
The fifth point of this video is going to be something that isn't related to an individual base. It just has to do with the industry itself. And it's one of my biggest pet peeves. It's the one that drives me the most crazy. So number 1 is going to be airsoft field and referee attitudes.
Pause.
So I put this at
Ref says 1F. Come on.
Oh, now we're just being grammar Nazis.
I know.
I'm down.
I'm just saying.
I'm down. I still
I'm
only
just
hear him in my left
saying.
ear, so I'm down.
Look, I'm just saying.
I will say the apostrophe S
Yeah.
is this a possessive use of the
It
of
is.
the noun ref, like ref
Yeah.
You
squad.
guys are really taking this reaction.
No. Well, listen.
If it's multiple refs, then the
I want to know what
apostrophe
his
would
gripe
go.
with the refs are. I am a ref.
Well,
Dad's
Hold
had
on, because honestly,
Dad's
it's
had a
one of the
couple
most
drinky
unhappy-
poops, right? Like, so-
the apostrophe would have to come after refs if it's plural refs
REF.
possessing an attitude.
REF apostrophe.
Let's see
Well,
what
if
he
it, is
says.
it one
yeah,
ref
we haven't even
or
heard. We haven't
multiple
even heard
refs?
why he doesn't like the refs in
Let's
the
see.
field.
complaints that I hear, just people getting away with anything, or it's going to be the other way around where everyone's got a power trip and then it's just taking away from the fun, right? For me, one of the biggest things that I really feel is so many of these fields cater so hard to the new community and kind of just time wasting for the people who have been there before. I think more of these fields should have more of a mentality where the people that are new should be asking questions and we should be getting our money's worth, right? Like I go there to my...
That's up to the new player to ask the questions. The field can't make the new player have the attitude of I'm going to show up here and ask questions because I don't know what I'm doing.
But what is he talking about with the field wasting veteran players' time? I don't know what he's talking about here. Is he talking about the safety brief? Because that's required for everybody.
That's required for everyone. But
I don't think that's what he meant.
Okay.
I'm curious.
So what is he talking about?
I think what he's talking about is the same reason why things like MilSim Day exist.
Yeah, I think it's that. I think that if you're just a field that goes, look,
Like I've been to fields where they play team deathmatch twice a day.
not even take that sense. You're like, all right, go out there.
Yeah, where
Okay.
the
Like what?
All right.
Yeah.
hey ref, how do
okay.
I know what
He's
team he's on? Well, if he's facing you, he's probably on. Yeah, you see, that's probably what he's
yeah.
talking
like,
about.
in all honesty, it's probably something like that where I think what he's saying is you're
Low effort.
low effort. Where if you cater to you can cater to
Okay.
both. But
We can't make open play so complicated
it-
because we still have rental players.
yeah,
Okay.
but then you have MilSim Day where it's like, oh wow, and then the other
But even then-
players go, wow, I want to play that. What the fuck? There was an explosion that just.
But
happened.
even then, we
okay.
found out, especially in the past month or two, as Dylan and I have been trying more wonky shit during open play, even those rental players are still on board to do that shit.
Yeah, because
Dylan and
want
I
their
did a
experience.
3-team game for the first game of the day one weekend. Like Saturday, 10 a.m., 3 teams.
Mm-hmm.
And one team was half rentals, and they still understood what we were doing and still played the game and had fun. In the same way that we didn't get to talk about it last week, and I wanted to bring it up at one point, the ambush start.
Yeah.
Dylan, myself, and Connor actually came up with a good way to use that. Much like you said, it's the start to a game, it's not the game itself.
Correct.
We said, and this was the day where we had, maybe I have to bleep this, players. We had all of them, and this is the game we played.
Yeah.
You guys have to start touching the cars. We walked the defending team out first, and we gave them the option. You can start in CQB sitting on your butts, or you can start in Fuel Depot.
Okay.
But your hard respawn is the power lines. Attacking team has to start touching the cars from at least 2/3 up. Not any car in CQB because we didn't want them close to Fuel Depot, but 2/3. On go, ambush start. Main objective, attacking team has to push to Fuel Depot, take it over and hold it for 10 minutes. Defending team has to try and stop them from taking over the Fuel Depot.
Cool.
So it's like attack and defend a Fuel Depot, starting with an ambush, hard respawn, power lines, hard respawn fortress.
Oh, that's awesome.
3-minute bleed out, 1 buddy aid.
Sure.
And that went for an hour and 20 minutes on a day where if you had looked at it and just generalized the player base, you would have went, we should probably be playing Newtown, Battle for Newtown for an hour.
Sure.
But instead we did that.
That would be the worst game for that crowd.
Correct.
No, I'm good.
I think that's what he's getting
Hold
at
on,
here.
I want to hear the rest, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
my local field and I pay $36 every single time. And there's a lot of times where I have to like wait half an hour in the morning for like this whole sit down and this talk of explaining how it works and all this stuff.
Pause.
And you know,
Okay, now you're a piece of shit.
No, I don't know if he's talking. I don't know if he's talking about.
The
What's-
sit down.
that would be-
What's the sit down and talk
Hold
in
on,
the
let's-
beginning?
you know what?
It's
Let's-
the safety brief and
Let's
the game
hear him
brief.
out and finish.
Let's hear him out. Let's hear him
get
out.
it, right? I get it. They're new people. They don't know what they're doing. But once again, you're wasting our time and our money. If people don't
Hold
know
on.
how to play the game,
Pause.
Hold
let
on.
them sit out a game and teach them how it works.
I
And
see
then
what
they
he's
even-
I see what he's talking about. He's talking about this, right?
Please.
If you have a start time of 10, right? You have a start time of 10, right? And you got explained for a half hour of time that they paid for, that that other people, like there's 50, 60 people that are all been playing a long time, that might be a problem.
No, because registration opens at 9. First safety briefing is 9:30. First game is 10 o'clock. Just because you paid at 9 o'clock does not mean the first game starts at 9:05.
No. I'm talking about he may be talking about fields that do not do what you guys do. Think about
This is what I see it as.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. I played here a bunch. I don't need to hear the safety brief.
I think
That's what I'm hearing.
No, I don't think that. I'm not hearing that. Being honest,
It sounds like that a little bit to me.
From a ref's perspective, the amount of times I've had someone, especially let's say it's 11:30 and a player
he hasn't mentioned safety brief. What he's talking about is maybe not starting on time. I think it's.
Well, but he did say, why do we have to explain all the rules to the newer guys where the veteran guys, you know what I mean?
But I think maybe what he means
maybe he plays on a field where there's fucking 15 people. You know what I mean?
I'm wondering if it's a time issue where, hey, we're supposed to start at 10.
You paid to safely play.
Yeah.
From 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
I think
but 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. is where we ensure.
So he wasn't specific about what the morning talk was. So I'll play devil's advocate, right? If what he means to say is like, okay, we have terms that veteran players understand. Touch and go respawn. Buddy aid as opposed to a medic.
Yeah.
Bleed out time. The veteran players know that. 3-minute bleed out or touch and go respawn or, the medic system. Cool. The newer players are going to be like, what does touch and go mean? So I think making what could be a 10-minute game brief, a 30-minute game brief, because you have to further elaborate for the newer players.
But these are all things that make the game better.
Right. And I will push, if that's what he means, right, I'll push back and say that like it's kind of necessary. Like making the newer guys sit back while the veteran players go up is like, logistically, it's a nightmare. Now you're doing 2 game briefs. Like just.
No, but what I'm saying is that if you're not, look, you guys are very organized here. Hey, get here at 9, safety briefings at this. And then look, there's been days where I get up at 10, right? People are walking out. Hey, I need to chrono. I need to do that. I don't get to just run out on the field. No. So he's not talking like that. I think he's talking, hey, game time starts at 10. Oh, now we got to explain everything. Now we're doing all this other stuff where it's like, wait a second, we were supposed to play at 10.
For an op or for open play?
For open play.
Because even then,
so then what's the fields? So then what am I supposed to do?
Just have it on a whiteboard and say, hey, read the game?
But that's what I'm saying. I think what he's talking about is maybe there's a structure problem with.
Yeah, but he's not articulating, hey, if the field opens at 9, why at 10 o'clock am I having to do a safety brief with people who didn't do a safety brief?
Because the vibe I'm getting from this is the 11:30. The dude comes up to registration at 11:15. I go, cool, let's get you registered, check your waiver. Hey, there's no one doing it right now. Come on over here. I got to have you watch the video. This video is about 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen this video 15 times. Do I still have to watch this video again?
Yeah.
Yes, you do. It's part of the safety requirement. The insurance requires it.
I think what he's talking about is I'm going to give him some grace. I think he's talking about there's a set time when the game starts. I'm paying the $36.
Who sets that time?
It's the field owner. Let's just say the field, right? But if they're saying that, and then all of a sudden the game starts at 10, and then we're wasting 45 minutes. Okay, why are we?
No, I get that.
Because the guys that were there early, let's say the guys that were there at 9, 9:30, whatever, they should sit because other people. Well, imagine.
Well, the answer is yes, right?
Because imagine me showing up at 10 o'clock. Imagine me showing up at 10 o'clock and going, all right, nobody gets to go on until I finish chronoing and watching the safety brief.
What universe does that happen?
But you understand what I'm saying? No, that's what he's talking about. I think.
Universe doesn't exist.
Well, let's see. Let's finish hearing him out.
Yeah. Okay. I believe in you.
We turned into the view very quick.
It gets more egregious with some fields where they make you all have to line up.
Can I be Whoopi Goldberg?
Shut up.
No, hold on. He's just about to say something.
They make you all have to get into the one area. Like you can't just chill and hang out with your friends. It literally feels like having to line up for recess sometimes. And you can't talk or anything like that. It's just ridiculous. My next big thing is going to be talking about referees. And I have 2 points, but the biggest one is refs hating their job. I don't know if you guys get this experience, but so many of the refs at airsoft fields are so jaded. And it's like, dude, this is my fun time on my weekend.
Pause. Okay, so
him saying they have to all line up like it's recess. I'm sorry. I have to figure out how many players are on this team, how many players are on that team. Does everyone have 2 armbands on? Cool. Where's my saw gunners? Can't have 5 on this team and 0 on this team. Is the skill balance? Where's the rental players? Can't have all rentals against all saws. This doesn't work.
Every bit of that perceived lining up for the fucking fountain is only beneficial to the players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only beneficial to them. It slows it down by a femtosecond, right? To like separate teams, make sure teams are balanced, because that number one complaint of every fucking airsoft field fights and flip outs and shit is like, oh, the teams are unbalanced. That is our one job, is to make sure the teams are balanced. And the only way you can do that is to line everybody up, fucking just like kindergarten.
I'm going to say some shit that's directed directly at this dude, and I'm sorry I'm being mean for a second. You made it very clear that your field charges $36. This is very similar.
Number.
Yeah, 36 is a little weird. We charge 40, whatever. I tell this to a lot of players here all the time. Your $36 is not better than his or his or his or mine. You all paid $36 to be there.
Correct.
Sorry you have to deal with the system that's in place. If the system at your field is inefficient, point it out. But at the same time...
Sorry.
No, I'm just going to say, at the same time, though, all of that shit that I highlighted there, like, we have to make sure teams are balanced. We have to make sure the teams are fair. Again, we can't have 5 saw gunners versus 0 saw gunners. We can't have all the rentals versus no rentals. We have to make sure it's balanced, because part of the fact that you paid 36 and you paid 36 to be there is that you're both supposed to have fun.
Correct. And you know, not tooting our horn, but we open at 9. First game goes out at 10. Every fucking day of every fucking weekend. Yeah. That's how it works.
And if that game
we
is
pride
like,
ourselves,
we're
on the
lining up
fact
for
that
that first game at 9:50. If the first game brief is not happening by 10:05, Dave is on the radio going, "Hey, what the fuck is going on, guys? Are we doing this game brief? It's after 10 o'clock. They paid to play, not stand in staging." That's why I'm saying, if your field that you play at is inefficient, point it out to him and explain to him why.
That might be the thing. I think I'm getting an idea that.
This sounds like somebody's backyard.
Well, no, it sounds like they're getting money,
or a Cali.
They don't have the staff that gives a shit, because refs don't. They're like, whatever.
Well, yeah, because he's highlighting next that the refs are jaded.
Let me smoke my vape, right, and doing this, right, and then they're dragging their ass. You're like, bro, why am I lining up? I don't think he cares about lining up. But yo, if we're like 10 o'clock, this is what, and if you're late, that's past 10 o'clock. I think it's more that there's no structure. There's like, yeah, just show up.
Because at the same time,
maybe we'll start at 10 or 11 or whatever.
Yeah, but the idea that he said was that, like, the new players need this, but not me.
Yeah, that's the part
some
that pisses entitled
me off.
Shit.
That's the part that pisses me off, because I've had players that play here for fucking 3 years wearing wrong iPro.
Yeah,
and I correct them on it. And they're like, yeah, but these are better. Yeah,
I don't give a shit if they're better.
Yeah, so like that, the comment of the new players need this, but not me, kind of helps color the context of the lining up for recess. And when I hear the lining up for recess comment, I think one of two things: either A, you have a really hard time with any level of authority. I would. You know, you're the guy in the badge cam that's like, I pay your salary, really, bro? Like, bro, it's either that or the refs are. I don't know the refs at this field or the field you're talking about, but the refs could talk to you in a condescending manner and make you feel like you're at school for recess. But yeah, so like, you know, I can imagine. All right, I can imagine being at a field where, like, you know, maybe the manner in which a ref is talking to everybody sounds arrogant and sounds like he's trying to line up kids for recess because they're being condescending.
Yeah,
but then that conflicts with the whole they need it, I don't like that.
Don't
be combative. Like, they're hosting a party, essentially. Like, an airsoft game is basically they're hosting a party, and there's rules to the party. I'm gonna connect some
dots here and make some assumptions.
You gotta party under their rules, man.
Yeah, well, like, that's what I'm gonna get at. I'm gonna connect some dots,
line up for the brief, figure out what's going on, and do it.
The assumption that I'm coming to here is, if his experience of playing airsoft is that sometimes the refs are jaded and the field might be inefficient and they cater to the new players by requiring everyone has a safety brief, it's a little entitled. It's a little entitled energy, but at the same time, it sounds like the field he's playing at may be a bad field.
Yeah.
Because
it sounds like he plays at one field.
That's the other thing, because I've played at a lot of fields. Some fields like that, some fields like Zulu. I tell everyone, hey, we're really spoiled. If you've only ever played here and in the Northeast, we're pretty fucking spoiled.
Yeah.
Because when you start traveling out and going to different areas, that's when you start finding fields that act like that.
A lot of half-ass.
Yeah.
Like bad refs.
Phoning in.
Bad refs can 100%
Heaven forbid if it's just a paintball field that does airsoft. They hire bottom of the barrel sometimes.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but some of them. And I'm going to throw the generalization out of Cali. Cali Airsoft is popular. It's a big thing. We know off the top of my head, at least like 5 or 10 fields just in like Southern California area.
Yeah.
They are probably always trying to hire because they probably have a pretty high turnover rate because they're always working, they're always busy. And there's no way in hell that they have 10 fields that have 10 staffing groups that are all rock solid perfect. There's probably some turnover rate.
Yeah.
Back when I worked in the retail industry outside of Airsoft, we were lucky if we lasted 6 months with an employee. So you probably get some shitty refs, and it's not for any fault besides it's a minimum wage job that they're doing on the weekend to make some extra cash.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
try to play somewhere else once in a while because maybe it's just that field. It's not all field.
Yeah.
Who's this guy again?
Foghorn 5.
Foghorn 5. Come out to Zulu 24, man.
Well,
Free.
yeah, I'm
I will personally pay for your entry.
Wow.
Come on out.
Wow.
Come on out and have a good day of Airsoft.
Will you buy him a boss unit too?
No, fuck no. That's
But come out for a MilSim day. I'm gonna.
I honestly think I would like to see if he comments and just.
Oh, don't be fooled. I'm gonna
clarifies-
find his Instagram and I'm gonna tag him.
and, and clarify what he meant because to tell you
Dude,
the
he's
truth,
not
I
gonna
see-
like this. The beginning
no,
of
no, no,
this,
no. I'm gonna be honest
the
with you.
beginning
I
of the
see what
reaction
he's-
was like, "Fuck this Jurassic Park looking motherfucker."
In all honesty, what he's talking about, I had those same thoughts when I was at the house because it wasn't about. It's about the structure of the place we played. Like, yo,
Correct.
I'm giving you money, and you can't even do the basic shit of like. All right, we all took the safety brief. Now, what? One guy showed up, and we're all about to go out. Now he's got to do. Look, he was late. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, this is not.
But if you have 20 people, you got to wait.
I understand
You know what I mean?
that, but it
And I just want to say this. Look, Foghorn 5, like the reason why we're reacting to your video is because you brought up some interesting topics.
yeah, really good.
It's
points,
not because we're harping on you. Yeah, a little like fun.
Oh, don't worry, I have more.
This podcast is entertainment.
Yeah,
it is for entertainment.
We're being funny with
Yeah.
you, but we also think that what you're doing is correct.
Yeah.
You should be doing this.
Yeah.
You should be pointing out these things.
Yeah.
Well, I'm also going to point out that I'm scavenging his YouTube channel right now to try and find gameplay video. First and foremost, it does look like Cali. Second, I see paintball marks.
Yep.
So it sounds like
Yeah, but that's
And I really want to finish this one point that, like, bad refs 100% can talk down on players.
and ruin a player's
And,
experience.
like, if you're being spoken down to by a ref that's younger than you, you're like, okay, so I'm just a bad kid in middle school being told to line up for
Yeah.
whatever. So I can understand where
that
that.
depends on the infraction, but yes.
But
you're
yeah,
correct.
like you could.
Professionalism should always be first and foremost.
I can
much like
understand how somebody can feel that way depending on how a ref could be communicating with them. Now,
Sure.
the thing with the turnover rate and the refs is like the field itself, that business owner needs to have a set standard for ref etiquette that is greater than the people that are there. It has to be like new people can come, but there's this, like, I guess, doctrine, right? Like the Constitution.
Yeah,
like this is how
there
refs.
should
kind
Yeah,
of like
yeah.
when
This
I
is how refs
tell a
have
lot
to
of the newer
behave.
refs, especially the newer ones, I always look at them and I say, you need to be able to look at a grown man that might be twice your age, maybe twice your size, and you need to be able to tell him he's wrong, but you need to do it in a manner that's professional and doesn't upset him more than he already is.
Sure, he needs to feel bad about punching you in the face.
Yeah.
If he is from California, if he's from California and he plays at California, I'm going to be honest with you. I see why he's coming from because I know some people from California.
Yeah.
Airsofters in California put the soft in fucking airsoft.
I mean,
Well, we don't know.
We heard about it from Mike from Tactical League.
That's right.
Yeah, it's like, ugh.
California soft
we
is
took too long.
undeniable.
Give me a second. But no, I get it.
Well, hopefully comments because I'd like to see what he's talking about.
Continuing.
All right, continue.
Care about having you complain about how you don't care about what's going on. This might be a controversial take, but I mean, if you don't like
not.
it, what are you doing there, right? I know everybody doesn't like their job. Of course, I work a normal job. It's not my favorite thing in the world. And the next thing to talk about refs,
Okay,
which
pause.
is something that I haven't experienced.
If you are an airsoft ref and you're complaining about your job, quit.
Go find a different job.
Yeah, you are literally a range safety officer.
Yeah.
We call it referee, but legitimately,
I mean, Europe calls
what-
them marshals.
what's a ref job?
Maintain safety and direct gameplay.
And direct gameplay.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's the first
Maintain
line of the
safety.
safety brief.
Do you think giving a better
Maintain
ti-
safety, direct gameplay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Zulu 24. My name is Jordan. I will be one of your refs today.
Yeah,
Our
right.
job is to maintain safety and direct gameplay.
That's it.
Do you think actually
Like-
elevating the staff, the thing to instead of saying ref, calling everybody a range officer?
No.
You could call it safety officer.
No.
It's
I wouldn't-
It's
I
tit
wouldn't-
for tat.
I wouldn't-
Like,
yeah.
We got an RO on the field.
I got it out row.
Well,
No,
it's in the same way, then it's retraining the player base, because right now when they have an issue on the field, you always know when you hear ref.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And also,
I was just curious in
it's
the
putting-
language of
It's putting a helmet on a main motorcycle driver,
okay.
right? Like
Yeah.
it's fucking.
Oh, I see where you
just-
were getting at with that. Yeah.
It's just words. It's just
Okay.
words.
Once they required helmets, accidents went up.
Yeah.
It's all that much, but I have heard a lot about is just refs power tripping. One of my really good buddies was telling me the story about
Pause.
how one ref was being a
let's hear it.
complete asshole to them for
Pause.
like no
Clever girl. Sorry, go ahead.
reason. I don't really remember the context. And then another ref comes over
Thank you.
and he's just like, okay, you guys are banned. You're getting kicked out. And it's like he had no context.
Pause. Nobody gets banned with no fucking.
There's always three sides to the story.
Yeah.
He said, she said, and the truth.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there's more context there.
Nobody. Listen. No business.
We have never
no,
banned someone outright for
No business owners like you're banned. No excuse. Get out.
the closest. Is it? I think we're
Yeah.
going to talk about the same one. The day you refuse service to those kids.
Correct. The closest I ever got to banning somebody with no excuse, which there were hundreds of excuses.
No excuses, and they haven't even been on the field yet.
Correct.
Yeah.
Was because of their actions and reactions to checking in and doing the safety brief.
God forbid they got to Chrono.
Like imagine, yeah, exactly. Imagine somebody so fucking shitty that through the check-in process, I was made to feel like a fucking servant. And then through the safety brief process, they were fucking inadequate.
Yeah.
Like imagine me having to walk up to these people after check-in and safety brief and be like, I refuse your service. Imagine what you would have to do to do that.
and then they threw a temper tantrum.
Insane.
They're kids. They were kids, and
Yeah, they were under the age of 18.
That's
And as
hopefully a
soon-
reality check. Like,
But even then, so like the one I'm going to bring up is MilSim Day in December. If you were there, you might remember.
Yeah.
About an hour into the MilSim Day portion in the afternoon, we had to tell a group of 10 players to leave. We didn't ban them, but it also wasn't a, you just fucked up, get out. It was a, I talked to you at 10:05. I talked to you at 11 o'clock. I talked to you at 11:30. By then, I have extended all of my options for I've tried to tell you what you're doing wrong. I've tried to correct your behavior. I have offered you the safety briefing in another language and got responded with, I speak perfect English. Okay, so the language barrier argument is thrown out the fucking window now, but it's now 1 o'clock and I've got multiple people on your team telling me that you are full autoing people and laughing and shooting while you have your dead rag on. I'm sorry, you have to leave. There's the context that explains why you get told to leave, but they didn't get told to never come back, because I can also understand you might be new. You might be having a bad day. This might not be something that you're super into yet, but you want to be able to come back and try again. That's fine. They did come back. They did try again. They weren't as bad. We had to correct their behavior. We don't just outright ban people, go, Rich, fuck you, you're banned. It doesn't happen.
It's the argument that, what is it?
Everyone's got to be a victim.
Nobody gets shot with an unloaded gun, or everybody gets shot with an unloaded gun. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're getting kicked out for a fucking reason. You're just not articulating that
I'll say
fucking
that
reason.
historically, the people that have been banned from this field, I will say a lot had to happen to lead up to it, and after they were banned, everything got better.
Oh my god!
Everybody
It
was
like,
happier.
oh,
We
Like,
almost,
really,
it's like-
arguably on the Zulu side, we almost give you too many chances.
You have,
we
you-
absolutely give you
Would
too
you say how many people
you have to be a
been-
real danger to yourself and others, and then also be like a real, like, you have to really ruin
I
everybody
would say
else's
sub
time.
less than 10.
You have to be. You have
so
to
in
be.
in a how many years have you been in operation?
15 years,
15 years. It's been 10 people you've banned.
probably less than that. But,
That's why I say less than 10.
but it's
Less
like,
than 10. That is
And
actually
5 of them
a
were one
stellar-
group.
That's a stellar record, because I think there's a lot of other people that their fields would be like, we're in the triple digits. Like,
I mean,
wouldn't be
prime
surprised.
example, like
At Zulu, more bad behavior has been turned into
good players.
like good player etiquette for themselves and
Yeah.
everybody else. Then there have just been people flat out banned. Like, That's the point. Like there are people that are new. There are people that are.
We could have rose-colored glasses to what's going on outside of whatever. It could be. You could have
That could be
people
part of it too.
It
And
could be like we see some. We see like real like. I can't believe that I wouldn't. I look, perfect example. We've gone to event organizers, fucking hot as balls. No water.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
when every player is required to bring a case of water.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, true. But then like not being able to get it
Sorry.
out there, whatever. But
We bring one.
we did. I think. We did.
Yeah,
We
I
did.
did.
We did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
did.
So
Yeah,
did I.
yeah. Sean
did
and I
I.
went.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't worry, we covered you. Sean and I both
Okay,
brought
yeah,
2 cases
yeah,
each.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. No, we covered down on that.
All
We
right.
knew.
Remember, I had the cooler above my head.
All right,
like,
this is, we're still on part. We're still on number
yeah.
To
one.
this
I remember-
situation,
Moving on.
The original ref was being an asshole, and luckily, my friend talked it over with some of the owners and got back in. But like, why? What are you
Pause.
doing? Power tripping? Next.
if you are a field owner and you, I'm sorry.
Airsoft.
We keep fucking, look, if you are a field owner and you don't trust your referees to make those calls when they're the ones seeing whatever infraction this guy's friend fucking did or did not do.
Yeah, this is an anecdotal story. We don't know if there's a video. What if he had a GoPro
Yeah.
and he goes, "Hey, look, this is what really happened."
It's
and
not
the
even,
ref says
look,
something
okay.
after the fact,
Here's one of the best things about my staff. I don't need to see a video. If they tell me that this happened, I have to believe it because I want to believe it because I know that my staff is fucking stand-up fucking people and they understand what we want here.
Yeah.
And it's exceedingly rare, except for a certain fucking. So that's crazy that his friend could go to the owner and the owner would completely discredit his own staff.
Oh, undermine his, yeah.
So, which means his staff is inadequate because he doesn't believe his staff.
So that might be this is what
Imagine a
I'm saying.
wizard that doesn't believe his staff.
But you understand
Right.
this whole thing may be from the owner not being organized all the way up to where this tree is rotten, and it's very possible that he deals with.
They probably have the same
I'm telling you
scheduling
right now,
conflicts that you have to deal with. Like guys fill out the fucking schedule, and he's probably like, if I fire this kid right now, I'm fucked. I can't. Yeah.
It means he doesn't trust his staff, which is really bad, dude, because insurance and all that shit, like, I got to trust that if somebody fucking gets really hurt, Jordan's going to call 911 before he calls me.
Oh, that will 100% happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I have to make sure that he can make that judgment because he's a full-grown fucking male adult with testicles and a penis.
Takes 20 minutes to get to Dave. Dave, he's been bleeding from his jugular. What do I do?
Let's hit it again. Let's look
All
at
right.
this.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Next point for Fields, and this could be completely my ignorance and not understanding how things
Pause.
work, but so many of these.
Dude,
my God.
dude.
Sorry. We got to keep going.
It's the clipboard.
Rules I think are killing the game for so many people. I don't really understand why we're signing any waivers if we're having to abide by so many fucking rules. Like, I don't really care that much to get shot in the face. I don't want it to be some priority
Pause
that
it,
I have
pause
to
it.
Hold
wear
on,
some
hold on.
No, let him
obnoxious
go.
ass face mask and all this bullshit every time I want to go play Airsoft. I signed a waiver for a reason. It's me literally trying to tell you, hey, if I get shot in the face, I don't give a shit. If you, on the other hand, are afraid of that and want to wear all of it,
Pause.
cool, I'm not going to hate you for it. And my very last
hold
point
on.
is going to be, I think Fields should invest into bigger maps
You stupid
or
fuck.
opening up all their maps to be played.
Okay.
This is California. This is a
Stop.
California
That's a
problem.
California thing, but I'm now going to turn
Stop.
back
I'm a
to
grown-ass
when you were
man.
trying to defend him and say, I'm sorry, I love you, Richie. You were entirely wrong about this gentleman.
I'm a grown ass man.
He is the grown ass man. He's Dick.
Okay.
Can't you read the rule? I'm trying to take a piss. I need to take all my iPro off and lift my shirt up and drop my pants in my
I'm
head.
still gonna give
Listen.
grace. I'm gonna be like devil's advocate because he's not here. I think what he's talking about. Look, I have heard California rules are wacky. They're like 1 minute you got to do this, right?
I agree.
It's all face mask, ear pro, eye pro, this that. But then you know what they'll do?
what
They'll
does
let
that
somebody
have
heroin
to
on the
do?
field. You know what I mean? So there's no
There's no consistency.
Dude, the entire state of California is like that.
Yes.
There's a bunch of bullshit rules.
So then he needs to
But people are doing heroin.
disclaimer that this is California field shit. Listen, signing a waiver doesn't mean that you can him. kidding me?
Yeah, you might have to. You might have to bleep
So-
tape finally.
No, but here's the thing. You're right, though. It is ignorance because at the same time, let's just take this at face value of what it is. This is a video that's highlighting the top 5 problems with the airsoft industry as a whole. And his only basis is for his experience playing at those fields in California.
The one field.
So
He's
now
played
I'm
at
discounting
one
his
field.
entire credibility. At me, someone that can
We don't know if
constructively
he's played
think.
at one field.
No.
We
Right.
can't confirm or deny that.
I can confer by his fucking, like, he's played at one field.
This is the kind of, like, again,
Fuck.
I am.
Oh, being demonetized.
Who cares? We're demonetized. Who cares? Who fucking cares?
I
Like,
am of the opinion.
oh Christ!
I can constructively think and come up with ideas based off of this.
Oh, the freedom we
context
hold.
here that he's generalizing the entire industry based off of his experience at these fields in California.
This is his experience.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at. He's painting the entire industry as negative because this video already has 10,000 views. When you guys sent me this video, it had 5,000 views. It's actually gaining traction.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's why this podcast is now being titled The Top 5 Problems in the Airsoft Industry because clearly it fucking works.
Yeah.
So moving on.
As one.
No.
Honestly,
Stop.
Also, he said fields with bigger maps. This is just highlighting that you played
Maps
a
is
paintball
the
field.
Big
You're a
one's
paintball
hurt.
player.
The big one's hurt.
Yours is fine.
Listen,
It's also highlighting you played a paintball field.
anybody with 2 brain cells to rub together understands that a waiver is completely disassembled by any lawyer with 2 years of fucking law degree.
Yeah.
So just because you're saying I signed a waiver. Oh,
Unhinged Dave.
Oh,
today.
dude, I signed a waiver so I can go up there with no fucking iPro.
All right, hold on.
You are fucking retarded.
Perfect segue for an ad read. I understand that waivers are a difficult thing for you, Fogghorn 5. So
Anarchy Airsoft.
Anarchy Airsoft, a word from our sponsor. Anarchy Airsoft is a place where the waiver is the size of a Giggins Bible, and
No.
you sign it and anything
I
goes.
was going to say post-it note. Moving on.
Listen, no,
I'm so
pause.
sick.
Opening in a city near you.
I want to preface by saying I think what Fogghorn 5 is doing is important. I think that the video he's making is important, right? Because it causes conversation.
It's causing a lot of conversation.
Correct. I think
Davis-
For somebody that doesn't like reaction content, you are really animated this time.
No. I want to make sure. No.
David's like his hair, whack. His
Listen.
outfit, whack. His foot stance, whack.
Looks
the
like
way he
James
don't like to
Franco.
smile,
Yo, he's holding
whack.
that clipboard. Like,
Me, I'm tight as fuck.
I just no.
Looks like
not at
James
all.
Franco. Whack.
I just want to say that I applaud him for making this video. However,
There needs
in
to be an
this,
asterisk.
look, everything after this, I'll probably be pretty quiet about, right? Like, because I've obviously,
You say that.
famous last words.
I've obviously watched this video before because I obviously had.
This is the part
talk
where
about-
Dave's heated.
I'm not heated. I just think that it's
Sorry.
completely fucking retarded to think that because
burn
I
me.
signed a waiver, I can do whatever I want.
Heated might be the right, not be the right word. Passionate.
No.
Passionate's the right word.
Passionate,
Well,
right?
it's very possible.
If you signed a waiver, that does not mean
a lot of the
tired
film.
of playing these tiny ass little maps. So many of the maps, at least
You're
where
calling
I'm
it
local
maps.
to,
I
are
hate you
very,
already.
very small. Every time I go to the same field, I know exactly what to expect. And if you think about it from a business perspective, why would people want to come back to your
Pause.
place if it's always predictable? If you
That's
I agree.
fair.
I agree.
That's fair.
I agree.
We've talked
I
about
agree.
this amongst
I
the staff that
absolutely-
the games need to be rotated in a way that it's not we're playing 3 flag moms first game of the
Yes.
day, CQB based assault second game of the day. It gets into a mundane rotation that even I agree. Why would somebody continue
Yes.
to come back every Saturday and play
Correct.
the same games over and over again?
This is 100%.
Agreed.
This is
Agreed.
100%.
Agreed.
Everything that he's talking about is from a Californian perspective. And to be honest with you,
I agree.
what I've heard is like, this is not East Coast problems. These
Okay.
are not East Coast. I'm telling you, this is California specific. Like the waiver thing, what he's talking about. I know what he's. I think I know what he's talking about. He's talking about how they're so safety conscious
Have
about
you
certain shit.
played in California?
I have.
No, I have not.
You know what I'm talking about.
But I have talked to plenty of people where it's such a safety-esque thing. Like you got to be baby to the point. But then on the other hand,
Source.
somebody,
Trust me, bro.
Someone
Well, again-
someone does something really dumb, and then you're like, "Well, Mr. Ref, what is this?" And you're like, "Oh, it's totally fine that he can just hit somebody over the head with a fucking with his airsoft gun."
So, like-
but why did you make me wear a face mask and ear pro for or most of these fields are bang bang rules at like 15 fucking feet? What is that? That's stupid. I think that's what he's talking. And I'm giving grace. I'm
What
the
is this
grace
field?
person. I'm the grace of this.
Well, so what I was going to say is I have played in Cali. I didn't really experience that, but I did experience one weird rule. So I played at Tax City, which is that big indoor field.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or not Tax City, CQB City.
Okay.
The big indoor field, but it's North Cal. It's like just outside of San Francisco. They played 400 FPS indoors.
Hell yeah.
But they also had
Two O's or 2 5s?
2 O's.
Okay.
But they also played within 25 feet. You had to transition to a pistol, or anytime you went into a building, you had to transition to a pistol. And pistols.
25.
Are you talking about Game Pod?
No, this is long before GamePod was a thing. This is 2012.
Okay.
Or 2011. Whenever family went to San Francisco, I went and played Airsoft for a day. But it was it was honestly like bigger than our CQB City.
Sure.
But indoors. Cool field.
Oh.
Like they would drive UTVs, like Brian side by side, they would drive that around indoors.
Why wouldn't they just make every rifle chrono?
I think they have now, but at the time it was 400 FPS, 25-foot engagement distance. Within 25 feet, you transition to a pistol. This is like, you remember Milspec Monkey?
Some pistol.
He used to do a bunch of gameplay videos from there. Super cool. But the weird rule with that field was that within 25 feet, you had to use a pistol, and it was 350 and under.
I'm going to die on this hill. California people are fucking soft. As far
Well,
as
this was
airsofters.
also-
That's why they used to always get their asses kicked at all the national events, because they're softies. They're literally, they put soft in airsoft. Whereas the East Coast person, the East Coast man
500 FPS,
is
no med, please.
is literally barrel to
You
beef,
ain't
and
hard
you
like
should-
Rich.
and
You ain't on Blue Chew. You may be a blue state, but you're not on Blue Chew like Rich is.
All right, moving on.
All right,
You'll
put
be
it in
able
the
to feel
comments
more
below.
and give it more range, more
That's a
tactics
cool
can be
field.
employed.
Oh,
and
that's
then
Valheim.
I think a lot of
I
the
don't know
other
if that
things
is.
like rules like
I don't
spawn
think that is.
sweeping, murder holes,
That looks
people
like
rushing
Valheim.
all the time, whatever it may be, go right out
It
the
does,
window
but
because you have all
think
that
it's
room
Valheim.
to maneuver around them and kind of
It'd be really convenient to know what it is if he actually credited the people he ripped their videos from.
figure it out. If you're confined to
That's
a
work.
tiny little spot, of course you're not going to be able to progress. Let's get on to point number 2 and talk about
Oof,
a community that I call home, that is my community, and it's going to be the MilSim community. For you guys out there who don't know what MilSimmers are, it's basically just a community of airsofters.
Pause.
who want to-
Hold up.
He dropped the Milsimmers with a hard R. Okay,
Yeah,
not
I
okay.
like the
Wait a
Milsimmers
second.
as being
That
not
video-
okay.
That clip looks oddly familiar.
Hold on. California airsofters, they don't have the pat. They can't say Milsimmers with a hard R. Okay, you have to say. You can't even say Milsimmas.
Do we know that he's West Coast?
I'm pretty confident in it.
Okay, so we're only
I'd say
70%.
no. I'm going on 95% confident because the field that I saw the gameplay clip from, it looks exactly like a California field I've seen.
But we also know he rips videos from the internet because whose video is this?
That is my video.
That
I
is-
have that rifle that's shooting blanks
Yeah.
with me. We're demonetized,
Yeah.
but we're in New York.
We are demonetized.
Get it as close
So-
to reality.
That's
and this one.
that's Camp Shelby, Mississippi.
Yes, it is.
That is my friend Cowboy, different Cowboy.
As possible, right? They like and enjoy the
Good shot.
aesthetic of history, of real
Great
military, of
shot.
tactics.
Yeah. That looks
and
like
it's
Nick. Is that Nick?
Nope, that's
no left-handed.
That is my GHK, which is on the wall
You
over
wanna
there.
know, you know what's really funny about this? I think this is from the game where I almost blew up my hand.
This is the same game where you said you needed a buddy aid, and I ran across the open and accidentally elbowed you in the face trying to get your tourniquet out of your shoulder.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
all a facade.
Who's the
to
left-handed
play
shooter,
the
though?
game
It's me.
that way. So
You're not
first off,
left-handed.
can probably
No,
be
but I was shooting left-handed. That's
Gross.
Yeah.
the most obvious from an outsider perspective is MilSimmers. A lot of times they're just going to be snobs. They think they know more. Their kit is more expensive. Everything is more Gucci. And it is
Pause.
true. A lot of times they could be snobs.
Think and know are two different things.
I'm really glad you used ACU in that clip, though. Drippy.
That's a good picture.
That's not mine, though.
That's a good
And it
picture.
kind of leads into my next point. A lot of them just being very closed off and kind of asshole-ish, very not friendly.
Okay, pause.
The local
So
I own an
on
airsoft store, you fuck.
No. But on
You
the-
are a reformed shitter.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
Yeah, but on the closed off
In general,
thing,
yeah.
right? Because every video that he stole from yours is all MilSim West.
He stole that all from one specific video called
Correct.
the MilSim West Experience.
So MilSim West, regardless of our opinions, is the top of organization,
Yeah.
right? So if Anthony and I and you and me are part of a squad, we work together.
Correct.
So we are exclusive,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's the point of the MilSim thing is that when we go into a building, I know based on Rich's fucking shoulder twitch which way he's going, right? And how he's doing.
I know what he's getting at though with the whole snobby and closed off.
It's talking about the gear groups and people like I'm an Australian special forces group.
It's the elitists.
It's the elitists.
Well, hold on.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
That's
I'll
what
take
we
that
strive
back.
for.
I'll take that back a peg because yes, there's the snobs of they're going to push their glasses up when they tell you that's not real cry. That exists.
The ones that have nothing going for them except for being right about this niche camo topic.
What I'm going to get at though is
that level
the
of
kind of
elitist.
MilSim players that go to an open play where they look at the rental players like they're less than.
Yes. Because listen. We are very tribal, 100%. Men want to do things together. That's just the way we are genetically. And so when we do things together, it's a fucking amazing thing, man. And yes, there's exclusivity in that.
Correct.
Can you run a mile in fucking 30 minutes, whatever the fuck? Like
I would hope so.
I would hope so. You could probably walk that, to be honest.
You
with
actually can.
That's actually a really low standard, but
That's 2 miles an hour.
But also to be on the outside of that, it's something neat to build yourself up to be inside of that.
Yeah, and there are segments of the community, both the MilSim or just the hardcore airsoft side. It's the same reason why we say Crossroads was a really good airsoft game, wasn't a MilSim game.
Sure.
That can be welcoming, but there are also parts of it that need to not be. So like I'm going to use the MilSim West groups as an example. They have a standard, much like we've said, hey, we're going to have a standard for our refs and the way our games are run. They have a standard.
Absolutely.
It's not always PT. Sometimes it's kit. Sometimes it's just personality in the same way the three of us are part of the Grom group. Yeah. The number one requirement there before it's even buying the kit is you have to go to a game, make sure you make it through that game. Then your second game, you can come play with us as a probie.
Sure.
And if you don't jive with the group at the end, they're going to be like, nah.
There's a filtering process, right?
Yeah.
And human adult males
But
in
they're
the
also the
U.S.
nicest
anyway.
people.
Well, human adult males in the U.S. anyway are primed for that. We love that.
Yeah.
Be a part of the soccer team. Be a part of the fucking football team.
Like, are you still semi-jaded from not making the baseball team in high school? Like,
But
what's
also,
going on
imagine
here?
having a tightly knit friend group, you and the boys, and there's high trust, and there's the shit in the group and whatever, but it's still like your group, right? And then a new person comes in, and when a new person comes in, there's a risk that they can like fuck up the dynamic in the group. So of course you want to not just let somebody in and play with you at these events.
I think
the argument is that if there is a wrench,
like I'll share Airbnbs with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if there is a wrench in the group, that the group should. The group should encapsulate that person and educate them, as opposed to being like, "You're not part of the group. Fuck off."
Yeah.
Well, in the same way,
I think that's what he's getting.
I think he's talking about just like a guy wearing full kit and just having an attitude. So it's like,
I think that's what he's talking about too.
I think what he's talking
because
about.
again,
I think it's
much like Richie's pointing out with California and airsofters being a little on the softer side, this is not something we see here.
No.
At all, because I'm immediately referencing there's this kid that plays here. Haven't seen him in a while, but he's like 12 and a day old. And he comes here, his mom drops him off. He is full face mask, bought a fucking bolt action Springer one time. But I've got a video and a photo. Mitch dies in Fuel Depot and just hands this kid a fully built out Marui MWS and is like, go have fun. On the flip side, he's probably referencing fuck you, kid, get away from me. You're new. I don't like you. That's the kind of mentality, which used to be prevalent in airsoft. I don't think it's as prevalent anymore.
I think what it is this goes back to it's death by 1,000 paper cuts if you have bad refs and a bad field owner that isn't on time, wastes people time. It's
when it needs to be.
Well, it's like an environment.
When the environment is like just bad in general.
And then we
these
get ripped in.
all these little things that are like wouldn't be a big deal. They become the deal. It's just like anything, any personal dynamics with people where it's not the surface level issue. It's something underneath that.
Sure. Right.
And I think and I'd be curious.
But that also highlights more of what I was saying before, where if this is his sample size and the community is this big, he's really painting the whole community as bad when it sounds like he just doesn't like where he plays.
However, I will say
it doesn't sound like he hates where he plays. Because he's arguing with the MilSim where he's saying like, if you
he can't hate where he plays, right? Look at his background.
Maybe he really likes airsoft, but wishes he had a better field to play at.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Fields that I go to, there's a couple dudes that
Fields.
have probably
More
some
than
of the
one.
coolest and craziest gear out there, and they are like the biggest fucking weirdos. I don't understand. They're all like gatekeepy about it. Why are
Define
you spending all this
weirdos.
money on this gear and this kit? And it's like someone just wants to talk to you and think that it's cool, and you're just being an
Pause.
asshole about it.
Oh, I know
Sounds
what
like
it is.
he found it.
You, you know what's crazy is that's
Exactly what you were.
In all honesty, a gatekeeper or weirdo, maybe like what he's saying is being
but
an
how
asshole.
did you approach them?
It might not be him, but no, he's saying other people might approach, because there's people that approach.
What if
me
he's
all
the weirdo?
time. No, I don't.
Well, he
think
did
he's-
say at the beginning of the video, it's us.
He's talking. I think he's talking about where he sees this
We're the
group.
worst
He sees
reaction.
this group of.
We're not
or
reacting to
people,
anything.
Or we're the
We're just-
best.
We're just
This group of people, right?
We're gonna do an
This
overreaction vid.
Yeah, we're gonna call it not reaction, overreaction.
Overreaction.
this video will be 7 hours long.
But no, I think what he's talking about is he sees like guys in kit, right? Full kit, they look cool.
Sure.
And I always get some guy to come up like, oh, what'd you get? And just blowing them off is fucked up.
Yeah, of
Because you're a
course.
piece of shit. You're
Yeah.
being rude. As long as they're not being like, hey, fuck you, man. Like, what the hell's wrong with you, wackadoo? That is definitely
Wackadoo.
that's a phrase of mine. I
A wackadoo.
but like, if you're like the younger guys, like, oh yeah, I bought that. Yeah, of course it's tedious. Yeah, they don't know what like this cry pouch you bought like is made in 2013 and special and all that shit. But if they're asking, it's because you look cool and I don't know. I guess the
It's a
idea is-
compliment.
yeah, I think there's people that are not good with people, and there's people that are good with people, and what sucks is when people that are not good with talking to people actually, not dress up, but like show themselves as a person that looks like they'd be very personal. Yeah, peacocking,
Peacock.
or just looks like a thing that I'm gonna go near them and talk to them, and they're a person that doesn't like talking to people. It's like the worst combo possible.
No, being approachable is
Being
like
approachable.
a huge thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge thing.
So I was at CVS.
Okay, can we continue on?
This lets you.
When they're out
Dave,
playing,
look.
they won't even try to get involved with the other people that are randoms there. I don't understand that. We're all here. We're all set on the team, so let's get involved. Like, I try to communicate to as many people, almost everyone on my team. I don't care. There's so many like
talking about
hardcore
being
MilSim
approachable.
groups that I
Okay.
see where it's like crazy requirements to join their group, and then you would think that they're going to be like SEAL Team 6 hopping on the team, but all these fuckers are just like hanging out in a corner, just like admiring all their
Okay,
kit when the
pause.
game is on. They're not good, you know?
Okay, now I
So-
have more shit.
Yeah, so that's your footage.
Yep.
Also, was he talking about refs?
No,
this
he's
is-
talking about
this is-
MilSim players and the
it's
fact
like
they're not
this.
approachable,
Being
and then it turns
approachable.
out they're not actually that good.
So
and they just-
Please,
And
please,
they're not working
please,
with the team.
Jordan, please say MilSim Americans, okay?
but my
So
I have to bleep that.
yeah, you do.
That's okay. My intellectual argument with this is that you are doing nothing different than what CNN, Fox, and all the major news networks do, because you are ripping my footage again. Specifically the end of the video where there's the comedy moments, the bloopers, the funny moments, and you're using that as your justification to show that MilSimmers are weirdos that don't do anything and we're lazy. That's
Well, but also, here's the thing. You walking up to MilSimmers and talking to them is your problem. Right? Okay.
MilSim Americans.
So task for me when I start playing again, right, is to walk up with somebody who has better gear than me and ask them about a pouch. I guarantee you 100% I could record that conversation and they will tell me exactly where they got that pouch, exactly why the Rhodesian brushstroke and this and that and the fucking history behind it. I will have 30 minutes of why they have that pouch.
in the same way that I still want to find that dude. It's from last year. I remember telling this story on the podcast. Randomly found a dude on the field during a game. It was full field conquest. He was wearing Amazon multicam head to toe. You're picturing exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know where everybody else went. You want to come with me? And he's like, yeah, sure. Context, I'm wearing my full kit, leaf suit, fucking rifle with the Boss unit. Like, what this dude's talking about is being lazy and also unapproachable. And I grabbed this random dude and I'm like, come with me. We're going to have fun. And we laid ambushes on the other team out in Vietnam for like 45 minutes. Just hit and run, jump back, do it again. And we did this for the rest of the game. I never saw that guy again, but I hope he had as much fun as I did because it was
Don't judge a book
awesome.
by its cover. But if you were to judge a book by its cover, I'll say this. The most approachable airsofter you can walk up to and ask about their kit, and they will gladly talk to you about it, World War II kits.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to even go out there.
Or even more
This
so.
was actually a belt that was worn.
or even more
There's
so.
blood stains on it.
World War I kits.
Yeah.
We've only seen a few of those. I'm even going to say, and this, I will bleep their name, even the most autistic of them, you can ask him about anything on his kit, and he is going to go off ballistic because
think
someone's talking
everybody-
to him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think everybody, dude. I think
That's-
if somebody walked up to Rich and was like, "Hey, what boots are those?" He'd be like, "Yo, these are Loas, and I like them."
I don't even
like,
do that.
Like that's
But
fucking.
Rich is the most approachable person on the field.
I don't even.
Yeah,
ha-
but-
they don't even get to ask the question. I'm telling them about the boots. They don't even
Yeah.
need the information. I'm
Yeah.
telling them like, this gun is awesome. Hey, here,
Yeah.
want to shoot my gun? Look how good it shoots.
It's
East
but
Coast,
Rich, you are.
East Coast Airsoft, you're running away from people that are trying to talk to you about their kit. You're
It's
like,
like-
please, I just want to fucking
It's like zombies.
let me load
dude.
my mags before the
Which
next
is
game.
again why I say
I
maybe
don't-
this video should have been titled "The Top 5 Problems with California Airsoft."
I mean, maybe this is California. I
If that's
have
the,
never.
if that's the case, that sucks.
I have never experienced what he's talking about right now.
Yeah.
Oh, like, how are you going to be spending all this money on all this kit and you can't even get out
You know
there
what?
and play the game?
Oh my-
Maybe he's talking about a form of shitter.
It's a
Maybe.
maybe it's a mill shitter.
A mill shitter. where a shitter.
New word.
A
New
mill
slur.
shitter.
New word coined. Put in the comments. Mill
Or
shitter.
mill shitter. So
Maybe.
like somebody. Yeah.
Hey,
Well, now we're
Mill shitter.
creating demographics because
Yeah.
then there's mill shitters and speed shitters.
I think he does.
Ooh.
He's probably going to talk about speed shitters.
And then there's just like generic
Well,
shitters.
Remember,
Yeah.
All right, ready?
guys, I'm one of you too. I take the LARP very, very serious. I pride myself for
I can
the
tell.
knowledge of
No, he
history
does have some
and
kit- he
my
does have some
kit
cool kits.
collection.
Yo, that
and when
fucking
people that are
setup's
new and have
fire,
no idea
dude.
what they're looking at when they see my kit, I find it enjoyable to open up and talk to them. So
Yes.
to wrap things up,
I
I'm
want
just
him
gonna
to talk to me about my
open up a little
taxes.
bit
You should
more,
chase
let other
New York
people be a part of
airsofters
your
to tell them
circle,
about your
randoms
kit.
and stuff like that. And if you're already a team, you guys should be good enough where that doesn't weigh you down. It never weighs my team down when we go play. And if it does,
He's
my
like a
last point, just
PE
get good
teacher
at
with that
airsoft before
clipboard.
you kit up, right? That's one thing that I pride myself a lot when I go
Oh,
play
California.
airsoft. It might sound
Yeah.
stupid, but
Yeah.
I say it all the time. I'm going to wear the coolest kit, and I'm going to be one of the best and most cooperative, team-oriented players out there on the
Pause.
field. Alrighty, guys, here we go.
I agree with what he just said there.
But is he not also being an elitist by saying this?
No.
That's
I
not
agree
a-
with what he said.
not
He
elitism.
said, "I'm going to have the best kit on the field."
Yeah.
His own admission, and also the most effective player on the field, right? Like,
and the best attitude.
Yeah.
Like he wants to be the best sport.
I
It's
agree
like,
with that.
Nothing
Yeah.
elitist about
No,
that.
nothing
yeah,
elitist
I
about
think,
that.
I think,
Gotta play devil's advocate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. But
I
think,
think
what
it's
he
fine.
means- Yeah, I think what he means is that I'm going to be the best player for my team. That's what he said.
correct.
But-
And I agree with that.
I'm going to do
So-
the objective. I'm
so
going
I'm
to play
going to
the
wear all the
objective.
good gear. I'm going to have the best gun.
Right.
That would be like that would fall into my line, like where I'm got the most expensive stuff, but I'm still want to
Let
work
me
together.
throw
with
50
everybody.
smoke grenades at the mosque and you'll charge.
Elitist-
Or I'll be the first one to charge in, and I just get mad that if nobody else follows me. That's
The elitist
basically
is
it.
like, I'm going to dunk on these rentals.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Number 3, this is what you guys have all been waiting for. It's time to beat the dead horse. Let's talk about Speedsofters. If you don't know what Speedsofters
Pause.
are, it's a group of people that play airsoft.
Pause. Just skip the speed soft part. Agree.
Well, I think we should take a group agreement. We don't pause again until he's done talking about speed software. So
Well,
react
but I
to the
will say
entire
this.
segment.
That's
I will
not
say-
going to happen.
I will say this. He prefaced this whole section with beat a dead horse.
So he's going to say all the shit that we know we're going to
Sure.
hear.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That want to experience it is utilitarian as possible, right? There is no facade. How many kills can I get? How competitive can I be? They don't care about any of the looks or any of that other stuff that MilSimmers care about. It's all just actually functionally like what works. You guys are the most egregious community when it comes to not calling your hits flat out. You're a group of people that want to play airsoft for what it is, but yet you guys are the ones who don't call the hits and actually make the game more
Pause it.
not what it is than anyone else.
They're also the loudest complaining about hit calling.
Well, so I have to casually disagree with that. as much as I am not a Speedsofter, their whole game revolves around hit calling.
Yeah.
Again,
That's
take
what
it with
he's
the grain of salt that he's dealing with California Speedsofters,
Playing outdoors.
either playing outdoors or playing indoors. Because again, I haven't found any footage on his channel of him playing indoors, but even me, I enjoy indoor airsoft like once or twice a year.
Sure.
But all of the egregious videos we see of Speedsofters acting like Speedsofters come from two areas, California and Florida. Sorry, Florida. But it's true. Miami Airsoft. So again, when you're dealing with a different culture, because the Speedsofters we deal with up here are one of two people. They're people like Devin, which are saints and can do no wrong.
Devin is a fucking MilSimmer now.
Yeah, he's a reformed Speedsofter.
Yeah. Every time he
Please,
comes to the
MilSim
field,
American, please.
MilSim American. He
But then
every
we
time
also
he
have
comes, he's wearing a new piece of camouflage.
But then we have the indoor Speedsofters that are trying airsoft for the first time outside, and they clearly don't know what they're doing, but they're indoor players, so they're wearing a dye mask and they look like a Speedsofter, and they're usually the first ones to complain, and they're usually the ones that leave a Google review that they don't like to walk. So again, can we really disagree with him if he's only having negative interactions with Speedsofters? Because
But
the
he's
culture
saying,
in California is toxic.
I think what he's saying is that they seem to be the most egregious for hit calling. But
Right.
and you
One
were
could
in
say
a
toxic.
group, and your whole thing is about being so efficient about hit calling and calling your hits.
that's my
Yeah,
point. That's my point.
Which
Is that-
reminds me-
And there's no excuse because like you literally aren't wearing anything. So like God forbid, like when you're playing
the
with guys,
whole point of Airsoft, Speedsoft is the tournament style like thing, right? So I haven't had this experience where I have shot a quote unquote Speedsofter and had them not call it.
Oh, I have indoors.
Indoors, maybe.
Yeah.
But here, never. I've actually had some players.
I just keep shooting somebody.
Well, sure.
So like the
Right?
interaction I've
But-
had,
but
and
like,
it was a lot of times, and it was because I was playing indoor a lot. It would be, I got shot, but I also shot him. It's the moment where we should both agree this is a 1-for-1. But he shoots me, I call my hit, I look at him, I'm like, hey, bro, I did hit you there. And he goes, yeah, I shot you first. It's always that. It's always the I shot you first. And if you watch enough Speedsoft videos, that's what you're going to hear a lot. It's always the I shot you first, which is probably where he's coming from.
but I watched was that team?
SYG.
No.
Because they were like the professional Speedsoft.
Yes. They were playing against SYG. Around here. Fucking Connor. Where, they're forced to use trace units and all this shit. And it was like,
Which is good.
yeah, but
You start to notice it.
yeah, it was like really bad.
Yeah.
Like it was like really bad. But I half-heartedly agree with what he's saying.
I think you're just talking about. I think what we're talking about, mill shitters and
Well, mill shitters is a term too.
mill shitters and speed shitters are the same person, just in a different.
This reminds me of a joke.
All right, ready for it.
A MilSim American and a shitty Speedsofter walk into a kill house. And once they see each other in the kill house, they both shoot at the same time. And the Speedsofter called his hit. And he was like, wasn't that a trade? He goes, brother, you're not wearing plates.
I hate that too. I've heard that.
Yeah, I mean, like
I have unironically been told you hit me in the plate.
if I am 100%,
These are level 4 plates, brother, and that's an ARP9. You mean to tell me that a 9mm ball round is going to go through a level 4 with a plate, brother?
but if I'm completely honest, like completely honest,
How honest?
a Speedsofter always kind of calls it.
In the same way that we highlighted his sample size might be this big.
Sure.
Our sample size is
Exactly.
that big.
Yeah.
My sample
Else
size
they're on the field,
is
right?
simply Zulu.
I don't understand
The big sample
what it
sizes
is
hurt.
about the not calling your hits thing.
Well,
Don't you
he's
guys
got
want
footage
to have a
though.
little bit better of a rep. I mean, even fields.
He actually,
I'll pause this. You know what? With Speedsoft, it's crazy as far as the level of like cheating because there's so many fucking cameras. It's survivor's bias. If you had more MilSimmers or more people, if everyone had a camera, you'd see some more.
yeah, but here's the
Which
other
speaking
thing.
of Zulu 24 clips a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing, right? Like I've had hundreds of people come up to me with camera footage and be like, yo, this guy, every single one has been non-conclusive. I've never seen a BB bounce off somebody and have them not call it. Never. Never
like,
once.
What about like what we just saw on screen?
Well, it's indoor.
But that close.
Yeah, Dave's sample
Never-
size outdoor.
No one
Never
is-
like that.
never-
It's
nobody-
always bushes and
Oh, very
trees
far
and
away.
like
Okay,
all this
okay,
shit. Like,
okay.
and then one guy was like, and then he went full auto on the guy. Like, it was like the
Okay.
dumbest shit I've ever fucking
All right.
seen.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it was
Themselves
like,
will literally look at you guys and discriminate against you and not want you guys to come to their fields because of just how you look. Don't you think
Period.
that's lame?
Pause.
I don't understand that.
we absolutely fucking judge based on looks. Absolutely. 100%.
I make fun of Jake all the time.
Yeah, well, you know why? Because it's fucking true, right? Like, if you come to the field with a pig rig and
Stubby
fucking
M4 stock
stubby
and a
M4
die
stock
mask
and
and a
die
Polar Star
mask.
with a 4-inch barrel.
GoPro on the die mask.
we're looking at you.
Why?
Now-
because people have done it.
Now we've been surprised.
Devin.
Yeah, we have had people that show up like that and play perfectly fine. We are not going to discriminate
Jake.
against you until
I still make fun of him, though.
Until you break the rules.
Yeah, we will profile you and say, hey,
Yeah.
Well, see, now that's
You know why? Because it fucking works.
But this goes back to
fucking works.
And also, just to preface this, Jake works in the store, and I see him every weekend. So he's like friends. He was at the fucking
yeah,
Christmas
yeah.
party. So like, that's why I pick on him. We're not.
Yeah,
picking
but
on,
we
we're not
used to
picking
give-
on players
But I-
that you know,
again, no,
are-
we gave Devin the same shit.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. We gave Devin the same shit.
Yeah.
And that's what the funny part is that like every weekend he comes, he has more camouflage shit.
He also asked if he could be on the podcast.
Hey, right on.
But honestly,
but
you know
next
what's
up is-
been what's been more pervasive than fucking the Speedsoft getup? It's the now we see that, and we're just like, fuck, Speedsofters, come in. We actually need the Speedsofters to help us combat the. I'm kidding.
I know what I need to do. I just don't know if I have the strength to do it.
It's like bigger
It's
jaws.
going to be cringy, cocky attitudes. The Speedsoft group has a main character anime-esque attitude to themselves where they think that,
That
they're
was a pretty
top
good
shit
photo
all
of
the
that
time.
person.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
going to
good.
be completely transparent with an experience that I had like literally 2 weeks ago with a Speedsofter. He directly told me, I want to full auto because I want to see the fear in their eyes.
Yeah, that is.
Okay.
And honestly, so I know a lot of techs within the tech circle that have that same attitude, and they play a lot of indoor. And I just think the whole like they want to push builds to 40, 50 RPS so that they can hurt people. And I.
Nice.
By the way, we just got an ad on this. That's why we're demonetizing. So you can watch this podcast. It's excellent, world-renowned podcast.
World renowned.
It could be if we go to the World Airsoft Games.
That's right.
Yes, and we
Again,
don't have
tag the
ads.
World Airsoft Games and tell them you want us to be the podcast.
Yeah.
Tell them to get on the podcast. Tell them to come visit Zulu.
Well, that's my fault.
Okay, continuing.
My brother in Christ, what the hell are we doing? Next thing, rushing everything is not a tactic. That's the only thing
Looking at you.
Speedsofters do. They're
I don't know.
genuinely bad. They're going to probably make the biggest thing about
Hold
this.
on.
Rich goes, you know what? Fuck this guy.
No.
This guy's a piece of-
Is this still part of the Speedsoft thing?
Yeah.
Rich is like, this guy deserves no grace.
Hold on a sec, guy. Rushing actually works.
Hold
Sometimes
on.
you just
Hold
gotta-
on. Let's hear
hear
what
him
you
out.
say.
Genuinely bad. Just like MilSimmers are genuinely bad because they wear too much kit and LARP too much.
True.
You guys are genuinely bad because all you ever do is rush. It leads into the whole not calling hits thing. You can make the claim that moving so fast that I didn't feel the BBs hit me, which I think most times is a load of fucking horse shit. They
Agree.
just rush through and pretend like they don't feel anything. So it's the main character syndrome. It's all
Now
combined
pause it really
together
quick.
to make-
The guys that want 40 RPS, it is because of that
Okay, I have
shit.
a question.
It's
Dave.
because
If
of
you
that shit.
saw, if a player came up to you and showed you a video that, would you be like that is egregious?
That video that he just
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that play's gone.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You
see,
don't belong
This is
here.
what we have to.
Yeah,
That's
you
what we
don't
have
belong
to,
here.
That's what we're.
Yeah, the guy that was filming gets banned. You were shooting.
Yeah.
Like that's egregious.
Yeah.
Like that's egregious.
But that's the thing. Here's the rose color. You don't guys come across that very often
No,
here at
we
all.
don't.
So
And
that's why if you imagine you're coming across this every time, all the time.
This is why-
all the days, and you're paying $36, and owners don't give a shit. Refs are this. Of course, you'd feel this title makes goddamn sense, and he's
Sure.
he's literally at this time in his like airsoft career is like, we could be better than this, man. Like, what's the deal? Like, what?
Come on, after
like,
Zulu
he's
24
looking, he's
Airsoft.
looking at the sky, going, "What the fuck, man?"
Sure.
And that's where I'm giving him grace, is that his worldview is this, just like ours is like this.
It's a very myopic view for sure.
Yes. And that's why I'm giving you grace.
This worst combination of a thing.
I'm not. I still only hear him in my left ear.
So ending points for Speedsoft. Let's talk about some positives here. Guys, I just want you
God
to
damn
play a little
Oh,
bit
wait.
like on a team, right? Just work with
Yeah.
your teammate a little
I
bit.
hear 'em.
Stop
When you
going the
notice
whole
it.
lone wolf thing. You're not the anime main character. You're gonna die every single time. They do die every single time. Well, they
That
don't.
looks like
'cause they
Strike
don't call their
Force.
hits, but they do. They do
He's
get hit.
ripping people's footage.
They are out.
Oh.
That's how the game works. So just play a little bit with the team. Try to play a little tactfully every now and then.
I
It's
agree with that.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a different experience. For you guys specifically, challenge yourself to start killing people with one shot instead of volume of fire.
Pause that.
First off, nobody likes getting
The last night game, there was a particular player on the other team that
Buy a
I
gas
kept
gun.
hearing. I kept hearing complaints about. No, it wasn't gas gun.
No, I'm saying buy a gas gun.
Oh, yeah. I was running my NGRS MP5 just because I still had it kitted up from Crossroads. I was like, whatever. I know it shoots like 2 FPS. Fuck it. I'm going to use it for the night game.
Fuck it, we ball.
And the specific player that I heard people on my team complaining about, they're like, it's official. He's a fucking dirty cheater. He wasn't fucking calling it. Literally, I was one-shotting him. I was doing one shot with a TM. And
That shoots
I was hitting-
255 FPS.
And I was hitting him in the plate where everybody was saying that's why he's not calling it. And I was just like, he's calling it. I was like, I'm not having this issue whatsoever.
This is the biggest misnomer in airsoft ever.
I put my sights on him and I pulled the
But-
trigger.
but
He should be
correct.
dead.
But
Like-
a single shot is actually really effective. And the reason being is that if you get shot by a volley of BBs, if you actually don't feel it, you could easily perceive it as like the cover that you're behind is getting hit and you're going to move and react to it. But if it's one shot, you're just like,
That was deliberate.
fuck.
was
Yeah,
deliberate.
you're like, fuck, he got me.
Low cap only games. Okay.
overshot. It's really annoying. And second, if you're so good, why don't you start testing your skill? Do you always
true.
have
Pause.
to light me the fuck up?
Sorry. That's why we're semi-auto only.
Yeah.
That's also true.
That,
Yeah.
that
If
reason
we ever
right
have
there.
him on the podcast, if we ever have him on the podcast, every time he talks, we're gonna be like, pause. And then,
Try to kill me every time, or can you hit me with one shot? Because I know a lot of times I get most of my kills off of one shot and I don't go back and shoot again. And simply just play fair and stop acting like everyone else is your prop in a movie. All right,
Also,
getting to number
pause.
4.
If you get shot 3 times or 5
3
times,
to 5 is not excessive. It's,
not
in the safety
excessive.
brief.
Yeah,
event.
I mean that's like shit happens, dude.
but main character energy is a real thing.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
In all spectrums.
Sure.
Or what I'm going to call the Instagram effect, or just the social media effect. Social media, just like literally everything else in normal life nowadays, is just kind of ruining the fun of the sport in general. So first off, kind of tailors to my MilSim guys again, is going to be that content brain where your gear is simply unusable for your own good. How is wearing all this excess kit for the LARP going to make you any better?
Yeah, but
Obviously,
okay,
I totally
pause.
understand.
That picture was taken in somebody's fucking bathroom.
Well,
like that's not part of a gameplay.
What he's getting at is actually kind of like me, actually. Much like you always see my AVS and you're like, why the fuck do you have all these pouches on here?
True.
It doesn't make you any better. It's another pouch. Yeah, that's cool. I'm doing the LARP. I want mine to look like a kit from this specific time period because that's my nerdism
But also you're effective
on the field.
in the field.
He's generalizing MilSim players saying they wear too much kit because it hinders their ability to play. He is clearly a competitive airsofter.
I don't think so. No, he is a MilSimmer.
Right, but he's clearly going out to try and win the game.
No,
I don't fucking care if we win or lose.
He is my mindset. I have high-end shit, but I'm not going to bolt on a slap pouch on the back of my rig.
Rich. How many pieces of pyro did you carry in the second day of Guardian Center?
Whoa. Allegedly.
How many grenades could you fit on your kid?
How many?
I have
in
the
the
video.
Airbnb.
I have the
how
video
many-
from the Airbnb of you
kinda
removing
forget.
all the frags from your kid.
Correct.
What was it, like 30?
It was like 50.
Yeah, but
Allegedly.
But
Allegedly.
I held them all in that. I'm talking about like a pouch that's specific to like holding C4.
We're all
like,
the same.
Yeah, but here at Zulu 24, we want those to be usable, so we have Prop C4 now.
which is kind of cool. Oh,
We're
right.
all the
MilSim.
same.
Great. Yes.
We're all
But
the same.
what he's getting at there is that you put all this shit on your kit to not use it, and it doesn't make you more effective in the game.
Yeah.
Correct.
This is what I'm saying. He clearly wants to win. To circle back to his original argument about he's going to go on the field and be the best player and have the coolest kit.
All right, you need to call the prop C4 C24. That would be awesome marketing term.
All right,
and it
whatever.
distinguishes
We can
it
do
from
that.
C4.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
He
See, I'm an
clearly-
ideas man.
Like for me, I do not care if we go out and play full field conquest and we lose. I want to go out there and have fun with my friends.
Yeah.
He clearly has the mindset of he wants to go out on the field and win the games. Even though he's a MilSim player, he wants to go out and he wants to win because he gets to walk off the field saying, I did the objective, I had fun, I won the game, you know, our
Which is
team did
totally
it.
fine.
That's totally
Which
fine.
is totally fine. By the
Are
way.
you winning, son?
Right. But hitting on players saying, oh, you're wearing all those pouches and it doesn't make you any better. Who the fuck cares? Much like you've looked at many of my rigs and you're like, why do you have all that shit on there? I don't give a damn.
He could be coming from an angle of that's the same mill shitter that like has those kids. And I'm better than you. You fucking.
He's highlighting
fucking
that he's
hoodie.
not that way.
I would hope that that's not
He's
the
talking
case.
he's talking about those type of people.
right.
I would hope
All
that
right, let's
that's not the
continue
case.
on. Let's see.
All right,
Let's
sorry.
see. Because we're almost done of this 17-minute video.
Yeah, 45 minutes later.
Oh, you got it on.
And I feel how you feel. Wearing a
closed
cool
caption.
kit is very fun and very cool. If
Pause.
it's impeding your ability to actually
Sorry,
go
that
out
kit
there and
was
have
cool.
fun,
Yeah.
Don't need.
But he's saying that it's impeding your ability to go out there and have fun. So he's highlighting. It's just what I'm getting at.
what is the point? Why are you showing up literally immobile? Along with that,
I
is
think
going
he's
to
talking
be
about big fucking like.
Sure,
juggernaut
you shouldn't be
shit,
wearing
yeah.
shoulder pads and a neck
And
guard.
then you're
Like,
a heat cast.
I gotta say something. All right, if you're watching this and you're frustrated that we keep pausing it, we already credited the original creator. You can watch the whole video yourself. If
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
here, it's not for us to rip his video and just you watch it through our content.
Yeah.
Watch his
We are in the
content on your
comedy.
own. We are
a comedy
We are
podcast.
simply overreacting to
And we
it.
like
That's it.
we're
That's it.
overreacting, and we actually like his content. I like this right now.
I
This is-
genuinely like the things he's
There
bringing
you
up.
go. Yeah.
But I also think this video would have been more educational had he had 2 people or 3 people there so that they could actually all have differing opinions,
That's
much
true.
like what we're doing
That's
now.
fine. Well, he's there. You
in
go.
groups, products,
And his background
opinions.
is fire.
One thing that I'm starting to see that's getting a lot more prevalent recently is how like one community or creator will kind of start to create an entire ideology around what is wrong and what is right. I don't think you're doing a good job
pause.
for the community and for your
That's exactly what we're trying to do here. Create an ideology about what is right and what is wrong. That is absolutely what we're trying to do. We're trying to create, through MilSim days, through our ops, a community
Yeah, you're
that
cultivating a
understands-
community.
Correct. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Oh, well, it's a
But
bad
is
thing
he
if you're
more-
like Hitler in 1939, but like fucking, you know what I mean? That's not what we're trying to
It has
do.
Volkswagen what they were doing in
Yeah,
1941.
or BMW
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Specifically in 1939, not art school,
But is he
not
not?
aspiring art student
Yeah.
Hitler,
But-
the later
but
one.
I think it's okay.
Well, I'm going to say maybe we should hear him out because I think he's
yeah.
not coming at it from the form of like a field cultivating its community. And he might be coming at it from the perspective of like a content creator cultivating their community, like Novrich or Kicking Mustang. I'm going to use those 2 as an example.
Let's hear.
your own community. You're just creating droids that are just in a vacuum chamber that just repeat the same thing over and over again and don't allow anyone else to have fun. I mean, I've literally on
GMR.
Okay.
the internet seen conversations as stupid as one person says they like Australian multicam and then there's a whole fucking community dogging on him just because he has that opinion.
Okay,
And once again,
pause.
why are you as a creator in a group like advocating for such a strong opinion?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what he's saying. Like, diversity in Airsoft is a strength, right?
Yeah, we're playing fucking dress up every
Yeah,
weekend. Like you're
like-
allowed to do what you want. It's the same way we see kids that they only buy Novrich shit because it's what Novrich uses. It's creating that cult personality of, oh, he made it. This is what he uses. I have to wear that.
It's like saying your whole entire neighborhood, all the boys have to be fucking Dracula for
Yeah.
Halloween. You know, like,
Or
like
everyone has to wear an airframe and a mini map.
yeah, like I agree with that. I agree more so with the mentality than the gear. If you want to impersonate somebody, that's fine. But if you want, like in this specific case, you saying GMR, to impersonate their attitude, like
Like the GMR Please Facebook group started as a meme. 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And then because of the resurgence of the GMR culture, it became an actual thing.
Ew,
And there was
gross.
that time period
Yeah.
where it was like, how many mini maps do you have?
Yeah.
Is your
like,
airframe real? Are those real cry rails on it? You should take those off. Like,
Yeah.
This
like,
is not
like,
an airsoft. By the way, a lot of these things are not an airsoft specific problem. It's a
people
male,
problem.
It's a male hobby problem.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
dude,
No,
it becomes
exclusivity.
It is not just this one, but
Dudes
a
with
lot of,
fish tanks and smokers have the same issues.
Okay,
No.
rule number
Exclusivity.
rule number what was it? The problem number 2, 3, and 4 so far are really male centric. Like, my dick's bigger than yours, and my
well, because we're tribal, right? Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we
so,
want to
like,
be, we want to be part of a
you would
thing.
see this in, it's the same thing like you'll see in a Lego community where like I have this, and like I'm surprised you actually didn't talk about. It's not really that bad in airsoft, but like the collector would be a bad one. Like I know what I got, and what's funny is like everyone would joke about me where I do the same. I do that where I want the most value for what I paid for, and I'm like,
oh yeah, you do that.
yeah, I do, but like. I don't sell shit, and this is what it is. Like you don't have to. And people have bought my stuff, and they said they no problem. But
Correct.
Okay, go,
Yeah,
okay,
go ahead.
let's continue.
Now, tapping into the Speedsofter community a little bit is just going to be that content and clip farmy brain, right? People that are just out there trying to get cool clips. It doesn't even have to be Speedsofters. I see MilSimmers do it too. You're taking
I'm
the
out here
experience
against
away because
cheating.
I have
Yeah,
seen so
agreed.
many times where people are just trying to get clips, so they won't call hits on purpose because the clip is already too hard. So wrapping up the
So
Instagram
pause.
effect,
So pause. I
there's
feel
nothing-
like it's just to say that that's both communities. It's not.
He's
Just,
talking
feel
about
like he's
social
just
media.
jaded.
yeah, that's social
around
media.
with cool kits, but let's just make sure that appearances don't become more important than the thing that we're out there for, right? We're out there to play airsoft and have fun. And along with that, just every now and then turn your camera off, get back out there and experience the raw fun of what it's supposed to be and
Damn.
not
I
think
agree.
about like
Yeah,
everything
I
has to
agree.
be a
That's
clip.
definitely 100%.
Fucking-
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
He's 100% right.
Yeah.
He's 1000% right.
Turn that chest cam off.
Yeah, get out there and just have
Yeah,
fun.
turn your body cam off.
Yeah. Yeah. No. He's 100% right. Like maybe, and I don't know this because I'm not a YouTuber or whatever fuck, but like
Yeah, you are.
barely. But it's
Is
only
that Dave
here.
from Zulu 24 was a bingo square?
It's got
Yeah, but it's only here,
Well, think
right?
about this.
Like-
I don't know. That was at Guardian Center.
Yeah, well, but I don't.
You got
like,
recognized at Home Depot.
You're right. I'm famous. You guys can all shit on my.
Hey,
fucking
hold
shit.
on. Hey.
It's gotta
I'm-
suck.
have you been to Casey's Pizza in Killeen, Texas?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying.
I do miss Casey.
He's fucking right. He's fucking right. We all got to get back to a point where, because airsofters hate on airsoft more than any. It's like Tarkov is the only other fucking group of people.
Again,
I've
we could
ever
say that
seen.
about most hobbies, though.
I don't know, dude. I don't
Airsoft is
fucking
pretty
know.
big.
No one hates an airsofter
tell-
more than an
I
airsofter.
tell-
Nobody hates Tarkov more than Tarkov players.
Exactly.
Like
Think about
it's
what
fucking
airsofters-
wild.
All my friends and all, even though, like, oh, you would have. What's funny is I say this when I'm, dating a girl or whatever, and I tell them I do airsoft, but we joke about how, yeah, tell a girl that you like airsoft and they're not going to want to do anything with you. Which is funny is most of the people I know are either married or in committed relationships, which is fucking hilarious. But we all spoof about how like marriage or that getting a girl is like you can't get it if you're a weirdo autistic airsofter. I don't know why that is. It's like it's been a running joke.
If that's true, then explain why so many people left. It's because those weird autistic airsofters got married,
Yeah,
and now they don't
exactly.
have time for
But that's
airsoft.
what I'm saying is that it's counter to what we always do. We're always harping on ourselves like, oh yeah, just tell her you like play airsoft and she'll really like you. You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's why it's called the
I'm
virginity
just
corner,
saying,
because
yeah.
the airsoft
I'm
guns protect
just-
your virginity.
I'm just saying that what he's saying is correct.
Yes.
Moving on.
Flip. Alrighty, guys, we've got past the point of everything that we could do as individuals to improve this sport. Now let's move on to the thing that is a grand, wider issue. Number 5, my biggest complaint. God, I hate this one so much. Part compatibility in airsoft. All right, so I got a bunch of parts right here in front of me, but there is mainly one part that I want to talk
Should I
about
fast
that
forward?
is the root cause of so much hassle and headache.
Ba, ba,
and
ba,
I'll
ba,
get right
ba,
into it.
ba, ba, ba.
So here's
Pause,
the
it's
point.
unimportant.
The AGs.
Pause. Save the fast forward for when I start talking.
Yeah.
Well,
Is why are there no standards with like almost anything in airsoft?
That is a very deep, multifaceted question. Why there are no standards is because everybody and their mother makes TM clone M4s, and everybody and their mother lives in a different country and has different machining, tooling, and standards and their own spec. And there's a lot of cost that goes into the manufacturing end of things. A lot goes involved just for one company, like SEMA. There's a lot involved just to make sure that you can get any SEMA lower and any SEMA upper and make them fit.
Well, it also,
But his gripe is that you can't take like an APS lower and then make a Lancer Tactical upper fit on it. Like you don't want to do that.
Well, but rightfully so, right? It's all based on the
I think
M4.
he does talk about this. He talks about how.
yeah, let's get through it.
It's
I have the
really
same complaint.
fucking just driving me crazy. I don't want to buy a brand new gun every time I want to build something. What happens if I want to just have a lower that's functionally whatever, and now I want to build different uppers and put them together? I can't fucking do that. I literally can't.
So
Buy a gas gun.
The way that you do that,
You have to buy the same
Pause it.
company.
the way that you do that with AEGs is to pick an ecosystem.
And then stay within it. Like
VFC M4s is an ecosystem. KWAs are an interesting ecosystem because they're like, even their Quarfs, the 9mm, the SMG ones,
the uppers are
all
compatible.
the uppers and lowers are compatible. The exception being their Eve series, which is all polymer. But
Sure, but that's not his argument.
right,
His argument is that all AR platforms should be the same.
right. But the
AK
best
users are the same.
that is a
And
a
the fact that
problem. But the best solution we have now is if you want to do that
Sure.
that musical chairs with your uppers, pick an ecosystem.
But that's not his argument. His argument
Yeah.
is that, like, why the fuck are they different? You know, go ahead.
It's because standards.
every single time, which is just a headache. Why, for a sport that is out there imitating, the real counterpart of what this is, why are we not approaching it that way? I mean, there's Tokyo Marui. Tokyo
Because it won't
Marui
make
is
as
the
much
first
money.
airsoft company ever. They
That's
were
not
the
true.
ones who
Well,
started doing all this shit.
TM's
Why
the
are
first.
they not the golden standard? Why do we, like all these other companies, not follow Tokyo
Pause.
Marui?
I'll tell you
Like,
exactly
if this-
why. Look at a Tokyo Marui M4 AEG, the original one, and what spec it was and how they did it. And then you look at
A Crytek.
the oldest VFC M4 spec. Is it TM compatible? For all intents and purposes, yes. The receivers are not, but I would argue the VFC is better. So the diamond in the rough that goes against the grain and actually makes a better standard for themselves, that VFC ecosystem, that's beautiful. Now, most companies don't do that. ICSs get weird, right?
Classic armies get weird.
yeah, but why do they get weird?
They're trying to innovate.
Or are they trying to make sure that you only buy their parts?
That's part of it, but they're also trying to, like ICS, they did the split gearbox. So like the design changes they made to how their receivers fit and everything was so that you can have the split open receiver.
Sure.
You know,
ghetto BTW.
Only their.
I think there's engineers that are
You know what I mean?
there's engineers that are making stuff and they go, you know what, we could do it better. And it's just like any other group. They're like, you know what,
Yeah.
I think having a
Yeah,
split
but
gearbox makes sense.
why would you do it better for somebody else's product?
Yeah, but
Well, look at the
I think that's the underlying.
The-
I think
the-
that's the underlying argument is that all these companies came out with an M4. Yes, Tokyo Marui maybe came out with it first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
it's the
would
question-
I make my upper compatible with?
Yeah, why would you? I want you to buy my product so that you can use it with someone else's product.
Yeah,
You should
exactly,
just
right?
use my
Like-
product.
I think it's less intentional than that.
That's why I only sell condoms that are 4.5 inches long.
And have
Manufacturing
pre-made holes.
manufacturing things like airsoft AEG receivers and keeping the cost as low as possible in and of itself is hard.
Well, that's also when you,
You know?
start to see companies cut corners, and that's when you see design changes.
Yeah, but I
that-
see like this is a no-brainer for me. Like of course they're different.
So I'll give you a perfect practical scenario in which a spec change like this
Can
could
you put
happen.
a Chevrolet fucking starter in a
Nissan?
Nissan?
Probably not.
Yeah,
I'll give
right?
you I'll
Like,
give you a perfect practical
Makes
scenario
sense.
in which a company can start from maybe attempting to completely clone a TM, but then they go off the beaten path.
Of course,
Oh, I have
they,
one.
they
They
go
get
off the
the-
beaten path on purpose.
Some do, but
No, they
not
do.
not always. Some are like Classic Army and originally was not.
Why would I make a product that you can buy the aftermarket products from somebody else?
Well, some people used to do that. They used to buy the classic Army metal bodies and then just throw the TM gearbox in.
Yeah,
Sure,
that's
and they
pretty-
learn
that's
their-
how-
and they
that's how
learn
it
their
As
was.
far
lesson.
as the upper and lower
Right.
compatibility, it's different. So the TMs were plastic.
Yeah.
And then when you make it out of metal, there's some liberties you can actually take with that. It being a more durable material, you can actually improve certain things that if you just completely copy the design, it would fail. Case in point, that JGS system, direct clone of the TM system with the split hop up where it splits open.
Yep.
You can only do that with the polymer upper where it swivels because the wings that the rear pin go into have to like flex outward to then go back into the lower
Yeah, you can't
receiver.
do that with a metal.
And you can't
Sure,
do that
but-
with metal. So that's where we have the slide off.
But this
upper
is
and
where
lower receivers.
capitalism, this is where communism needs capitalism to fucking survive, right? Like the best product will win. Right? So it makes sense to me. Like, I know as a player, it's frustrating that you can't swap uppers, right? But as a company, of course you're going to make your gun only compatible with your gun.
Well, perfect example is VFC. He's been looking for a fixed carry handle. Same as me. And you know what I did? I had to go, fuck it. Simon's the only one that has the fixed carry handle upper. I'm going to make some UGSs that do that. They don't fit.
I would love a fixed carry handle upper for my VFC AEGs, but it doesn't exist. So of all the VFCs I own, I have my SEMA with the fixed carry handle upper in that collection.
And if VFC made a fixed carry handle upper, they'd make $1 million.
No, they wouldn't.
Well, they'd make $120 on you, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the
they
whole
would actually
point.
lose money because they'd have to produce that one sample, which if they sold it for $120, they will have offset their manufacturing costs.
I do agree that airsoft needs standards. However, it benefits nobody on the manufacturing side to make those standards.
Yeah,
so
right.
I also understand where they're coming from because I'm a capitalist through and through, right? So if the gun sucks, it won't sell.
Yeah.
Applaud the standards that do exist.
Yeah.
BB diameter.
Oh my God. Could you imagine?
Right.
Could you imagine if BB diameter was Oh my God.
I mean, remember when Novrich tried to change it? What happened?
But that was a deliberate marketing. That was a deliberate product.
Yeah. And
it wasn't.
My understanding is that was a fuck up on the factory and they had so much that they made that they were like, fuck, we got to like.
Oh no, I thought he was trying to actually get more performance out of a fucking. Okay, so Anthony and I have gone down a long road of like what you can actually put in a 6mm BB in terms of weight and whatever. And the only concession is you just have to make the BB bigger.
Yeah.
So I think that's what Novrich went down, which is why he went down the whole road of saying joules is better than FPS and all this shit. Like to normalize the fact that maybe, just like we had 8mm BBs in the past and 6mm BBs now, he was trying to like set the footing.
Yeah.
I give him nothing but props. He did an excellent job.
Yeah. For sniping, it makes sense because like you're doing a bolt action, you're buying limited quantity.
He was doing what, in the military, what we call it's like shaping operations. He was going to different fields and being like, oh, you chrono and FPS? Oh. Even though there's a direct relationship between FPS and fucking joules, right? And if you're a smart business owner, you understand that there's going to be joule creep and you take all those things into account. But he was just like,
Okay, I'm not going to go all the way into the story. We're going to have to do it next episode, but I am going to start. I am going to begin explaining the story. So, Dean connectors.
Yes.
I'm not going to go super deep into it. There's actually a lot.
We'll have to do it next time.
But I want to ask the viewers, like, if you want to hear this story further, like, just put it in the comments. 100%. That'll be a big part of the next episode. But basically, Dean connectors were made. They were invented by this father and son in the U.S. And then they made them, and they had the patent. And then all of a sudden, the RC world blew up with these T-plugs. They call them Dean connectors. Dean is actually the last name of the guy that invented it. And then now it's all over airsoft, and they're not the same. They're not the same.
Really?
It's not the same. And so I bring this up because I got a random call yesterday morning, and he's like, "Hey, is this Anthony from Ansec?" I'm like, "Yeah."
You're going into.
I'm not telling the whole story.
No, let's go.
I'm not telling the whole story. I said, "Yeah, hi, who's this?" He's like, "My name is Robin Dean. I'm the inventor of the Dean connector." And I'm like, what? And I was like, no way. So I had an hour-long conversation with this gentleman. And if you want to hear about...
Were you like, I don't believe you?
I did not believe him, but I got my validation throughout the phone call. It was very funny. No, it was legit. And I have
My name is Andrew Rocket, and I invented the rocket.
You know what the best part is?
That we're 2.5 hours in, and I still have to edit this.
Yeah, so I'm not going to tell the whole story, but if
We're
you
not
want
even done with this.
If you want to hear the story how the inventor of the Dean connector reached out to me and me talk about that conversation.
Okay, beautiful. Let's
comment. I'll talk about it next time.
That's the best $300 I ever spent on an actor in the West Village to call Anthony and tell him he's the maker of the Dean connector.
WE, LCT, VFC. Why are we not following the Tokyo Marui platform, the standard? Because all this right here will go on any of these.
No, that's obvious.
I feel like he's just uneducated about it.
This upper. These are all different uppers.
Because all those uppers are trying to make money off of you. That's why.
Even this right here. Why is this also compatible with all these parts.
Not quite.
Literally
Because
the
it's a
thing
version 2 gearbox.
Not quite.
everyone wants.
Not quite compatible. The
reason we're
gearbox
here
isn't as cross
is
compatible.
not standardized. It doesn't make any
my
sense.
God.
Threads are
And it
easier than
trickles down
receivers to
into a lot of
replicate.
shit
Because we don't live.
Also, Crytek's design change to their receivers allowed them to use a really beefy gearbox shell that does not crack, which solves a notorious
Some
problem that
barrels
airsoft
don't
guns have
actually fit in
had
every
for
gun.
decades.
Some gearboxes don't actually fit in every gun. And
Yeah,
probably
it's true.
one of the most mind-boggling, annoying, huge things that everyone who's ever played airsoft has had to deal with is this fucking thing right here. This magazine, there's ones that are too small, too big, too tight, too loose. They don't make a proper contact with your hop-up
Okay,
unit.
so I
And
do
now
agree-
There's
I do
companies
agree
out
with this
there
one.
that want to make hop-up units that are like really
Okay, pause.
nice, like the Max.
I think that if there's one thing everybody should standardize, and this is wishful thinking, is magazine well size.
Yeah.
Like just make it 1-to-1.
Yeah, but even then, I'm going to throw the gas gun logic in for a second. Even when companies start to do that and we start to see the resurgence of TM clones for their gas builds,
Yeah.
you have TM coming in and getting real upset that that's happening. So they change the design of the magazine. So now they don't work in any SEMA CGS gun.
Well, it all goes back to the same thing. You can only use my parts with my gun.
Look, if we got
However.
that request, airsoft guns would get more expensive. It is expensive to
Airsoft
uphold.
guns are cheap. Are you fucking kidding
in
me?
manufacturing, it's expensive to uphold standards.
However, seeing as we're unmonetized, I'm going to use this as a little teaser.
Do it.
Lancer and Classic Army MWS clones are out. And guess what? They work with MWS mags. Okay, we're done.
Bing, bang, bang.
Hop-up units, but they don't fucking work in like so many guns. You'll hear people say max hop-ups are good, max hop-ups are bad. You want to know what that comes down to?
They don't know how to
Comes
build
down
hop-up
this.
barrel assemblies.
If this doesn't stay
The new
the
max
same,
hops are actually
then
excellent
nothing
and the
can
most
work.
modular
This
hop-ups
can't
you
fit
can
in
buy.
there. Like the hop-up units, and I just
So this
Can we
is,
go back
okay.
in time like 3 years so that you could tell old self that?
Dude, I wouldn't believe my future self. I'd be like,
You're like, Max are pieces of shit.
young me would tell
No, but
current
this is-
me, like, you started doing drugs and I
you
don't
are a
want
sellout.
to. I
Fuck
don't
you.
want to become you.
This
I
is
created you,
You are a
motherfucker.
sellout.
Listen, this is a myopic view, right? This is me looking at me as a player, like this inconveniences me.
You are standard, you just
without
come-
doing 1 second, not even of research, but of just like
Critical thinking.
existential critical thinking, and being like, of course, the fucking Nissan fucking fuel filter is not going to fit in a fucking Chevrolet. Like, of course.
I mean, the
like,
Nissan oil filter in one of their cars is going to fit in the other one, possibly. You know what I mean?
Possibly,
Like,
right? Because they want you, they being manufacturers, they want you to buy their products. This is not like
there's
I
a
will.
little bit-
Okay,
this is
hold on.
not
Hold
like,
on.
like
I'm going to
fucking
agree with
like,
him for a second.
Oh my
though.
God.
I'm going to agree with him for a second, though, and I'm going to use this to specifically shame KWA. You watched me fight with that AUG.
Yeah. What
So-
they did, there was no reason why they did what they did. That
Yeah,
was stupid.
KWA is notorious for this, though, especially with gas guns. Every time they come out with a new gas rifle, they change the design. So now the LM4 parts don't work in the AK. The AK parts don't work in the AUG.
Buy my shit.
So actually, we had a barrel over here before. This is pretty
Barrel
rudimentary
and bucking is the
airsoft.
one thing that you can keep common across the different
Right.
models.
So-
trigger springs and sears, I get it. They're different guns.
Whatever,
But the
that's
bucking
fine.
and barrel, and,
Yeah.
and the way they did it looked more expensive than just using shit that existed already.
Correct. So Anthony's watching
And it
me
was
fight with
not
this AUG.
better. It was not better.
And having an existential crisis with this fucking AUG because it's a KWA F90. It's the one of 2 gas blowback AUGs on the market. Buy the GHK, it's better. Now, the AUG outer barrel is a 20-inch barrel or 18-inch barrel. They used a 10-inch inner barrel.
Okay.
Now, on the bottom of a normal airsoft barrel, whether you buy an AEG or a gas gun, it always has that one groove in the bottom that the bucking slides on and uses for guidance. Awesome. Get rid of that. We need 2. And they're going to be on the 7 o'clock and the 4 o'clock position because why not?
Just because.
So now, no standardized bucking.
That's 2
of course.
reorientations of the thing to do
no
more
standardized
pushback.
bucking.
better, right?
And
Like
this is strictly at you, Russ. No standardized buckings, no standardized barrel, because even then, the retaining clip for where the barrel locks into the hop up is like 4 millimeters further forward than where it should be. So you could maybe modify a barrel, but it's going to take a lathe and an Anthony level of autism to get it done right.
you have to buy my
I'm going
rims.
to be honest with you.
You have to buy my
You know,
rims.
you know what this problem is? Sounds like you need to work more, buddy, to make more money so you can buy more stuff.
No, it sounds like if he had bought the GHK AUG, it would have worked fine.
Listen.
Foghorn 5 has to pick himself up from the bootstraps.
Yeah.
I would have to
listen,
walk up 2
listen.
hills both ways.
I totally get it. It's
There's
annoying.
Captain Airsoft had to ride through the back trails just to
So
get to the field.
there's some things in airsoft that should
it's
be
really bad.
standardized.
No, they should be.
Buckings, barrels, BBs,
Look at
all
this,
of
look
these.
at this CGS thing I've been going on. I've had that gun for months.
Fucking hate the CGS.
Buckings, barrels, BBs, big beautiful bucking barrel BBs. Very standardized.
When you standardize anything, you stop. Look at the version 2 gearbox, right? The version 2 gearbox, I think we can say is standardized for the most part.
Within a literal lateral
Okay.
limit.
The way that car's having 4 wheels is standardized.
Sure,
and the
yes.
fact that the steering wheel's on the left side is standardized and the engine usually goes up front is standardized.
Sure, right? So,
Unless we're in England and it's on the right side.
yeah, but look, when you standardize something, you stop innovation on that thing.
Correct.
So,
But
I mean, is it ridiculous that KWA came out with a bucking that has 2 grooves?
well, yeah,
like
because
we can work
the
around
problem
that.
there
That's not a
is
fucking big
that
deal.
now
But
you're
but there's
requiring
also
more
a thing.
innovation to catch up to it. Like you over-engineered this part, and now there's no aftermarket support because everyone's looking at it going, it's a fucking AUG. No one's going to buy the parts for that because
Okay.
no one's buying this gun.
Right. So then the value of capitalism comes in. Nobody buys the shit. It goes away.
Yeah.
Right.
But there are, again, because it's Airsoft and we're playing pretty dress up every weekend, some people really like the AUG. That is
Some-
They want
some
the,
people.
well,
Yeah.
they don't want, actually, that's an F88. That's the Australian Lithgow Arms dog copy.
And you know what? You are 100% correct
You're
because the person that
absolutely
owns it.
right. And you especially have to make sure that you have the auth cam that's more
Agreed.
But
And
again,
you can't
but
play
again,
with us.
You are 100% correct, though, because the
can't
person that
play
owns
with
that
us.
AUG is from Australia, and I sent him a photo of it with Vegemite this morning. You are correct.
Vegemite. I love that shit.
I'm all out of Vegemite.
But I'm not outside.
have more.
I'm not outside the idea that yes, all these inconsistencies happen, but if they weren't making money, they wouldn't
I'm
do
going to be
that.
honest with you.
Correct, which is probably why the
my
KWA
opinion,
AUG is
it has
unexistent and hard to find.
it has
Exactly.
gotten
Yeah,
stressed.
maybe if you hadn't done these stupid fucking design
Yeah, well-
changes, people would have bought it.
No, but fuck them, right? Like
Because
they
now
did
me-
the thing and it sucks. And
Me as a gas
whatever,
gun tech,
right?
I'm looking at it going, I can't upgrade this.
It sucks for you.
Yeah, like I
but
can't do
it
shit
sucks
to this thing.
way more for them because they like.
They could have had a really good platform.
Well, but they also dedicated an entire fucking production line to this.
Correct.
For 100 units, whatever it was, which probably equated to $100,000 to fucking like
Yeah.
they lost. And they lost because of their inefficiencies, which is true of all airsoft shit, which is why 99% of the platforms in airsoft right now are AK and fucking M4.
Correct.
Well, here's the thing is,
Because they're just the best fucking platforms.
Well, it's also the most popular.
The only reason why
Because
saws,
they're the best platforms.
yeah, and
right?
all LMGs suck, and the only reason why they still exist is because people want LMGs.
Correct.
It's like they have to continue to exist for the game to continue.
But still, they represent 3% of any production that any company does.
like,
So let's finish.
but here's a legitimate thing is that where we've come from, it is light years. You have so many
for sure.
fucking options. Like literally, I just remember
dude.
the only option you had was to keep it as a TM. Maybe you'd be able to upgrade it a little bit, but the body was plastic, so it would break in half. So what you'd do is you'd try to
have
upgrade
a
a classic
representation of that
Army,
here.
and you would take
I remember
the gearbox
when
out
like
of that.
metal
Metal
body
bodies
was
was
like a thing.
I have a Tokyo Marui original SIG 550.
Yeah.
That is broken in half in the back. It is
Yeah.
Dylan's.
Yeah.
Don't understand. I don't know how much you guys are into teching on your guns, but man,
Nah,
it
not
just
really.
drives me away from wanting to build more guns because of how much of a bitch it is. Other companies kind
Buy a
of have
gas
it
gun.
down. Once again, Tokyo Marui. Tokyo Marui
Pause
is the
this.
gold standard.
So here's the thing. It wouldn't be such a bitch to do if you had a database. There's something. This is what tech should really do. Collectively, they should show a PDF what works with
What do you want
what.
them to register their airsoft gun next? You
what-
fucking New Yorker.
No, what works with what? Like, okay, VSC is compatible with this, and this. Like,
No,
let's,
there's no reason to do that.
no, for the
There's
customer.
no reason for him to do that. To waste his time to do that.
I'm
We
talking,
need my decades plus long experience teching on a PDF sheet.
Well, I can
But
understand.
you
there's
understand
no
what-
reason.
but
I
you
can
understand what I'm
understand where
saying?
Rich
For
is
the
coming
customer-
from.
the customer goes on Evike and looks at an upper. I'm like, God, is
They're never going to do that.
No, but if you-
ever.
but what I'm saying-
because they want you to buy the trigger that they make and
Well,
the barrel that
What
they
I'm
make
gonna
and
I'm
the
gonna
bucking
agree with
that they
Rich
make.
for a second though, because that's been the number one question about these since they
It's
got
retail.
announced.
Dude, this is fucking
hey,
retail.
what's compatible with this? Because it's a copy of the Marui system, and everyone wants to know, is the bolt carrier compatible? Are the
Heaven
upper...
forbid we take out these fucking things.
Right, but these are the...
If you think about it, it's actually, if you think about it, it's community cultivating. Now, hear me out.
Oh my
Hear me
God.
out. Hear me,
No.
no, hear me
God,
out.
it's fucking-
Hear me out. There's a bunch of aftermarket parts, and not all of them are going to be drop-in compatible.
Yeah, of course.
And guess what? When I was first learning how to tech, and I had to be like, what's compatible with what would I do? I'd Google it. I'd find forums. I'd find people. I'd find community. And the only way that people would have a chance of not getting fucked over their purchase, getting the wrong thing for the thing that they're trying to build, was by some, fate that somebody else encountered it and was able to share their experience,
Yeah.
Right.
and say,
And you gotta
this is what works and this doesn't. Now that requires somebody else to have bitten the bullet. The moral is,
So it's a niche.
to derive that catalog from scratch, you have to somebody has to bite a bullet.
So it's a niche, right?
Yep, correct.
It's something that you guys need to do. However, his argument is ridiculous.
His argument is ridiculous, but what Rich is getting at
It's
is kind of the
ambitious.
same.
It's an ambitious
It's
request.
kind of the same thing that people are asking
For
about
the
here.
customers, like if you're going to be an e-bike superstore, you're going to sell.
Hold on.
you're
What's
gonna
Jordan
sell-
trying to say?
Yeah, Jordan.
Rich.
Oh, God.
What I'm
What we're
getting
trying
at
to
is
do.
like prime example with this. We now have CGSs, we have Double Eagles, we have Maruis, we have Classic Armies. The Lancer ones are coming soon. We have all these companies making TM clones, the Salvos, all of them. And everyone always asks, what's the compatibility on the parts? Because they want to know, do the aftermarket bolt carriers fit? Do I need to change the nozzle, much like we had to do with the CGS?
Yeah.
What's the hop-up compatibility? Because the CGS won't take aftermarket hop-ups, but the Double Eagles will. So it's all those questions of, can I take those aftermarket parts that will take a system that's already good and make it better? Can I fit them in this gun? And that's always the question with a new gun.
Sure. But quote unquote, the gun sucks. How do I make it better?
Yep.
Exactly.
And when you're really good, you're going to be like, fuck it, I'm going to make this part fit in this gun.
I've had to do that.
Dremel, a dream, 3D
Yeah.
printers.
The PCC9, I had to do that.
Look, I've put in the bullet on some things. Look, we're gonna bite the bullet on taking a CGS,
Yes.
fixed carry handle upper.
We are gonna bite the
and
bullet.
try to make it fit on
You're
an
gonna-
E-Volt.
No, he bought the upper.
I bought the upper.
I'm getting paid for my time.
And-
But that's what I'm saying. It's
so-
like,
I'm glad he pays you for your time.
there
Well,
might,
but
there
it-
might
fuck
be
it's unreasonable.
there might be a destroyed upper at the end of it. But
It's unreasonable to say Exxon, you need to sell your gas at the same price
no,
as Shell.
we're not talking about that, Dave.
No. But he's talking
Oh,
about that.
I
I
think he's talking about.
He's talking about
should-
government overreach and
No,
he's saying
You're
he's
starting
saying,
to sound like
he's
Anthony.
saying, he's saying all the gas stations have to sell gasoline.
No,
Not
no,
like this
he's
one's
not.
gasoline and
No,
this
he's
one's
not.
kerosene.
He's
and
literally
this
talking about fitment. He's literally talking about
Yeah, he's
fitment.
asking for a standardization
he's
so that you
literally
know
talking
every
about-
set of gears is going to fit in every version 2
He's-
gearbox.
he's-
which is insane.
He's saying the
No,
gas
but
pump
he-
has to fit in every car.
But I think
No, he's not. He's
No.
saying that the performance of that gasoline should be the same and the price should be the same. It's
he's-
crazy.
He didn't say price.
No, I
I
think
didn't
what
hear
he-
any talk of price.
Yeah,
You're
he-
right.
I don't know why
He
we
didn't
don't
say
call
that.
it.
But if it did happen and it was expensive, he would complain about the price.
No, yeah, he would complain about
would.
the price.
No,
Absolutely
but
would.
I'm talking.
Presumably.
I know what he's talking about. He's saying, I just
It's
if I
absurd to
look
think.
at a product, and I see the list of other things that work, great, because there's so many parts. If I buy the wrong part now, I can't fucking return
I just
it.
thought of the perfect example, which defeats my argument. Shoe size. Shoe size.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, right.
Not really.
Right.
Because in the same...
But like when you talk about Nikes, Reeboks,
Right. They have a standard shoe
kind of
size,
all
but
the
they
same.
all fit differently.
All
like
condoms have to be the same size.
I can
We
wear-
need standardization across.
right.
It's bullshit that those ones don't fit.
but do you hear how ridiculous that sounds to you right now?
Don't you hate
That's-
getting ones that are too big and they fit like a
but that's
lawn bag?
just as ridiculous as saying SEMA should be the same as Tokyo Marui.
No,
They're
I-
two separate companies
I think the
trying
shoe
to take
thing-
your money. So why on earth would SEMA make a gun that fits with Tokyo Marui when you're going to buy a SEMA and give Tokyo Marui all that aftermarket money? Why? It makes total sense that they're going to be fucking different.
Correct.
It makes total
Which
fucking
is
sense.
the shoe argument
just
actually
so
validates
dumb.
it because
Like-
again, like my big wide fucking foot, I can wear Merrills, I can't wear Solomons. Why? Because my foot's too wide to fit in Solomons.
Solomons are tough.
In the same way, we can both wear Zeros, but somehow
I
my
think
foot
he's-
doesn't fit in a Solomon. But I know you've owned Solomons before.
I did.
I think he's
didn't
talking
like
about the
Solomon, but
information.
yeah.
He's talking about the information base. I don't
No,
think-
he's talking about literal fitment.
He's talking about fitment and
He's
parts.
talking about upper and lower receiver fitment.
Yeah.
Right,
But then
in the
he was-
same
but
way.
then he was
Of course
talking-
they don't
But then,
fit.
right just before.
That's
he
not
was-
a shock to me.
But right
He's
before,
asking for an airsoft utopia where you can go to Evike and buy a random upper receiver and build yourself a new upper.
He was talking about that, but
which
then he's
which
saying with
leads
the
to
tech-
no money to anybody who actually developed that fucking upper receiver.
Well, it's also
Right?
possible because a lot of these companies, it's already possible. It's much like Anthony said, he just hasn't taken the 5 minutes to do research. You can do that if you buy a GMP. You can do that if you buy a G&G. You can do that if you buy a VFC. You know what you have to do though?
right.
You have to buy the VFC upper, the G&G upper, the GMP upper for your collective system. I have it. You have it.
Now,
Anthony's got it.
We've just figured that shit
Yeah,
out.
and now we cannot broach this topic without me giving a life hack. Fun fact, there's many instances in which your Krytac upper can fit on your VFC lower
The original Crytek
And-
spec was off of the VFC spec.
and vice versa. That's like one of those rare compatibilities.
Yeah.
Another thing, if you're willing to do a little bit of work to make it fit, I've seen Kingdom of Airsoft do this with NGRSs. I've seen Tactical Parts do this with KWA
Hey,
ERGs.
is
ENC uppers seem to be
Yes.
the upper
Yeah.
that people, they'll get the fixed
Fit on
carry handle
everything.
version
Yeah.
and they'll somehow make them fit on anything.
question. Is Kingdom of Airsoft King Arms?
No.
Okay.
That's
Kingdom
that's,
of Airsoft
sorry,
is a
but
tech company from the UK.
King
Okay.
Arms is KA.
Sorry. Yeah,
Kingdom
yeah,
of Airsoft KOA.
Okay.
He's in the UK.
But it makes total sense for his argument that different companies will make different specs so that you have to buy their shit. That's just fucking capitalism, right? Like
Don't be thankful your Molly is standardized. And First Spear tried to do something different a while ago.
I get that. I totally get what you're saying, but I think
Is
what
it
he's-
right?
What,
I don't think
what
so.
He's talking about
However-
is if he had the information. If I'm buying a product, and I go,
the information is this away.
yeah, but
There's no excuse anymore. I'm sorry, we're not allowed to be stupid, dude.
No.
Don't
Wait,
tell
you
him
don't
about the
understand.
E-Volt then.
Yeah, don't tell him about the e-volt then. Like the thing is that you have to find out. Like to find out what works in there.
Yeah.
Give me the information. I don't give a shit. I'll fucking if it's
but
proprietary.
why
no
would
big
a
You
deal.
have the
company-
world's collective knowledge at your fingertips.
Why
But
would
a
a
lot of those
company,
play- a lot of
Rich, why would a company, we'll just say VFC, why would VFC give you a schematic and say, hey, fucking Vulcan gears
I'm
work
not
best
saying
here?
why
Why would they do
BFC
that?
itself. I'm saying
I
it's
know, it doesn't matter about that. I'm just
I
saying
think what
like
you're highlighting though would
two
actually
separate
be
companies.
what you're highlighting would be super helpful to the airsoft community.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, to the end
Yeah.
user. That would
Yeah,
be
that's what he's talking about right now. He said as a guy
Yes,
who wants to
but
work on
he's-
his own guns.
But he's completely forgetting the fact that all of these companies are vying for his attention separately. They're not one big conglomeration just trying to make him fucking
Because
do a
it-
thing.
it is also-
there's 6 companies trying to
Sounds
vie
like
for
he
his
has
fucking money.
to like, comment, subscribe, and follow Antec Airsoft on Instagram, where I drop all those knowledge bombs all the
he's-
time.
let's see.
Like-
let's see.
He's
Sounds
also
like
taking
Let's finish this up.
Yeah, let's
Sounds like you get a lot of value from my content.
7 hours in.
2.5.
If I were to make a company where I'm making airsoft parts, I would go by
Almost
Tokyo
3,
Marui.
actually.
They set the standard. Just like how the real counterpart, Armalite, set the standard for what this should be.
Agreed.
Every single company that has ever followed down in the real counterpart has, set to that standard, works
Unless
off
they're
that
trying to make
standard,
money.
and they are all compatible. I know I'm just preaching to the choir at this point. This
You're
is
not.
just a void, and I know, it's a huge company thing. It's probably not going to get fixed for a long time. It is important to bring awareness to these certain things because it is just ruining the consumer experience. We already live in a time where prices are high about everything, and I am overspending so much because I have to go look for the perfect right fitting thing. So for that one, I really don't have any ending points.
You're not
except
overspending,
for
you're underspending.
Airsoft companies, fix your shit, follow Tokyo Marui. Tokyo Marui should be the standard. They did it first. All this being said, I just want to make the point that I'm not out here just trying to be a critic
so
and just
Otto
up the ass
Van
about all these
fucking
certain
whatever the
things and
fuck.
coming after anyone.
Okay, so this is his outro. I think
Okay,
we can wrap
Stop
it up.
overspending, start overreacting.
No. Otto Van fucking something invented the automobile. Guess who fucking adopted his fucking shit? Nobody.
Well, it's not even that. It's
Because innovation happens.
what he's asking for is a utopia. Because to be fair, he highlighted that AR-15 uppers are all
It's
cross-compatible.
communism,
That's-
and we don't like communism.
Yeah, don't
around
worry.
here.
You didn't experience real communism. Let's try it one more time.
I'm asking. At the end,
Just the
he's talking
fucking
about. He's
fact of the
talking
matter.
about. Okay, his first part was talking about standardization. Great, but what I'm talking about is a database of information from
That's
the
something that
community
can be
that's
community
that's
funded, yeah.
guess what? I just wanted to buy that F88, but guess what? Until you and him go online and say, "Oh,
Yeah,
did
but-
you know that barrel inside is proprietary?" Oh shit, I didn't know that. Fuck.
Rich, imagine the amount of work it would take.
That's a crazy amount of work.
To take every part, to every gearbox, to every hop up, to every fucking thing. That's insurmountable amount of work.
I'm on it.
Anthony could spend 3 years doing it, make $0 fucking dollars, go out of business just to make your fucking list.
But that's also why you
what
run
it
into
really
things
boils
like
down to is the fact that you as a consumer need to understand that you are being sold to by 7 different companies. And so when you buy a thing expecting to do a thing, then that's when you pay Anthony for his expertise to say, hey, I want this hop up to fit in this thing. And Anthony's like, it doesn't fit. And then you're like, can you please make it fit? And you're like, sure, you're going to pay a little extra for that because I'm a Dremel in a dream. You know what I mean? Like that's what's going to fucking happen because there's no chance in hell these Chinese companies are ever going to work together.
some do, some don't.
Well, but I mean,
I'm not talking about the companies. I'm talking about the community itself.
yeah, but the companies is where it starts.
But actually having
right?
forums where people, I remember the old
crazy.
forum were great where, oh yeah, hey, I use this, I use that, I use that. And you go, oh,
It's
okay,
the
that
same
makes
kind
sense.
of reason, and maybe Anthony does the same thing, at least with the gas guns for me. I tell people what parts I will use as opposed to what parts I won't use.
Yeah.
It's a much smaller
Yes,
list of the parts
yes,
I'll use.
yes.
Am I wrong?
And I'll buy it. I'll fucking buy whatever you
No,
want.
you're not wrong. Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah, like there's like 3 hop-up units for the MWS that I'll actually use. If you go on e-bike, there's like 30 different MWS
Sure,
hop-up
but there's
units.
probably 3 cases a year where you're just like, fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
Like-
Dremel in a Dream, and I figured it out.
Yeah,
It's called that PCC 9.
Exactly. Where standardization doesn't fucking work because these companies are specifically selling you on them.
Or
and
they're
their
doing it
gun
under the
and
guise
their
of
parts.
innovation. Because again, to bring that gun up, that double eagle pistol caliber carbine, that's the Daniel Defense one. Their double eagle's notorious for making really good MWS spec gas rifles, but they tried to innovate it. They made a submachine gun on the MWS system. Guess what doesn't fit now? The pop-ups, because as you make the gun smaller, the parts got smaller. So I had to basically Dremel in a Dream my way through the gun to make the shit fit. You can do it. It takes some work.
I think as airsofters, we just need to understand that we're being sold to from every fucking corner.
And also, if that gun cost you $300, it
and
probably
also-
sold the e-bike for
also,
$200,
that's
which
a-
means they probably made it for $100. So you really want it to be perfect for a $100
Also, you know
gun.
what? I'm gonna go out here, and as a tech, it's gonna be funny that I'm saying this. What he's complaining about actually is a first world airsoft problem. And what I
for
mean
sure.
by first world airsoft, he's complaining that he has to buy all of these guns. Oh, my steak's too juicy,
And your
my
lobster's too buttery.
But what has the airsoft industry been like? What's the uphill battle they've been fighting for like over a decade? Just a fucking gun out of the box that works and doesn't die.
And we have that now.
With
Oh,
Crytax,
we've had that for 15
yeah,
years.
but like even better ones for the price, like Crytax. Hell yeah, the new Lancers are looking really good.
Yeah,
It
they're
looks
great.
like you could abuse the crap out of them.
You can. I sold one to Blue Mag.
Yeah, so that's the battle. Like,
Sorry, Austin.
so like to be honest, we want to keep people in the sport, frankly. And the fact that little Timmy can buy a Lancer or buy a Crytax, he's got
Buy
a
a
little
Lancer
more,
Gen 3 for $265.
buy a little more dough.
after
And
tax.
now he can actually play airsoft. But
Yeah,
like
but
you
the
have guns you can play with.
The whole point of his
You know, they're like-
his rant is that
Yeah.
there should be one standard, but that's
Yeah.
that's
I know
insane.
that.
That
I know
kills
that.
innovation.
But I
That's
wouldn't,
insane.
you know,
I know that
to
that's
think-
insane.
To think of
Fucking
it,
insane.
that
that's
last
insane.
one where I would resonate with that one the most. I don't think that belongs on the list of top 5. That's not the biggest problem in airsoft.
No.
It would be a really big problem in airsoft if you couldn't fucking buy a single gun out of the box that just works. But there's plenty of options that'll work out of the box you
Yeah.
can play with. And playing airsoft is the most important part of airsoft, as he said in an earlier point.
Yeah.
About
I
other
think
things.
the fifth
So-
reason the fifth thing that's wrong with the industry is that people don't harp on good eye protection enough. That's my opinion.
Oh my god.
People don't
So
drink
right.
enough water.
Yeah.
Oh my
we
god.
don't we don't spend enough time curating our own community.
Physical fitness.
We spend too much time bitching about our own community instead of trying to help the community.
If I had 2 magic buttons and one of them was standardize airsoft M4s across the board once and for all, or ensure that all players wear proper iPro and drink water, I'm slamming the iPro and water one.
Yeah.
I can have a broken gun and have a great time And I can
We've
have a
seen it.
great gun and have an awful time if I'm around some fucking dehydrated, angry, salty fuck
I don't know. I feel like they were hydrated. They had to pee.
that has to, have their pants at their ankles to pee. That you can't even be nice to because that won't have no effect. It's like,
Cocksucker.
But now that we've hit the longest episode in the last year,
Yeah.
would we like to wrap this up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Well,
Hey, so after this episode comes out, we are going to do a separate channel for the Zulu 24 podcast. So if you're here, go over there and subscribe, please.
I will most likely, it's Tuesday, I'll make the account, I'll set up the account, and this video going live will be cross-posted to both of them, so you will see the new account.
Correct. So you can cross over. Also, the Instagram, too. We're going to do Zulu 24 podcast Instagram. Please do us a favor. Go up there and, I don't know, follow or however that works.
like, comment, and subscribe. Comment all the time. We like comments. And
did you know that 100% of you are not subscribed to the new YouTube channel
And do me
where
a
the
favor.
podcast will be
And
on?
don't forget about the Patreon that we will be creating very soon.
Yes,
Sure.
and do me a favor. Hit the bell notification to turn on notifications. And on Instagram, make sure you turn on notifications. It helps.
Everything helps.
It really do.
There we go.
All
With
right.
that,
Have a
night.
good one, guys.
God bless.
Bye.
We're out.
And you might be able to buy our love with Patreon.
Yay.
Yay.
We love you
MilSim
all, but some of you we
Americans.
love more, and that's called Patreon.